Okay, but let's get into it, gentlemen. Unfortunately, Nikita is not able to join us tonight, so it'll just be us lads. But we should almost certainly get through the Rime of the Frost Maiden tonight. So, the Order of the Beak. What would you like to do?
Where were we? Sorry, it's been
Just-
2 weeks,
I'm
3
just
weeks.
loading the map here. Yeah. I think we just knocked off a couple of towers last session, and
And you have.
we saw all hate each other.
Yep. And you've got the so-called arcane octave, but you're missing one word.
Yeah, there's one more tower. That's right. Yeah. So that's what we're doing, right?
Well, what was the? Sorry, I know it was in the stream previously. I scrolled back and I can't find it.
Oh,
Do we
yes.
have our list of what we're meant to be doing for each tower?
Yep. I'll put it in Facebook Messenger. And so you've got all 8 lines, except for step 8: stand inside the circle and consume something.
Which school of magic was it associated with? Do you think?
Whoops, just a
In
sec.
terms of-
Which
we should
tower
be-
was it?
So I'm guessing the draw the circle of ashes of a corpse is that a necromancy one, or which way around it was? Because each tower was the different school of magic.
The illusion must be
So I
step
imagine
6.
getting flame in your palm would be like an evocation or transmutation, something like that.
Mm-hmm. That's oh gosh, what's her name? The lady who's with us. The two of us could probably.
Flynn, you've forgotten my name. It's Flynn Halpel.
Yeah, so she's got the ice, I've got the fire, and I can I'm seeing myself. Whimsy seeing herself put a flame in her hand, while Villain puts it out with her ice or something. I don't know.
Does she have ice? I thought it was chill touch, which is actually
That's what I was thinking.
necrotic necromancy.
Oh right, okay.
It's neither chill
But-
nor
but we-
touch. Neither
but we
cold
should be able
damage
to-
nor a touch spell. It's a very poorly named spell.
Yeah. But we could do something else. I mean, to get around it, since we don't necessarily have magic users, like when it says quench the flame in ice, we could just do that with snow and ice simply.
Yeah.
I mean,
yes.
same thing. If we need to summon a flame to our palm, could we not just light a small match or similar with the tinderbox? Would that not count?
It seems to work. In my head.
So in the stand inside the circle and consume the XXX, I assume that's not Australian beer. So, but which school was that from by process of elimination? So if we're evoking flame and then we're abjuring it with ice, and the masking your appearance must be illusion. I'm guessing that one of them, the compel us somebody else to share a secret, might be the sort of charm or divination school. Does that kind of make sense? How each of the tasks
Transmutation was the one that you were missing. This one.
So 8 is transmutation. Okay.
Yeah, so that one
Sorry, I was
said,
just looking on the screen.
yeah, 8, stand firm in the circle of death and consume.
Sorry. Oh, what was that? Circle of death and consume.
Well,
Well,
where
the
the circle of
end
death, it says take the ashes of a corpse. You're meant to make a circle on the ground and stand in that. So we need to think also about some of the creatures that we have attacked to gather up some corpse dust. I'm assuming this can't be any of the constructs that we've taken down, but some of the living flesh creatures we need to get some of the remains and at least get some ash out of that to make a circle if we're going to get to the Mythla.
Transmutation.
So that's Y26 because those are the different schools.
There's plenty of these corpses around that you've killed.
Oh, the Nothics. Yeah, okay. So have we deep fried any of them? Do you remember doing that, Whimsy? You would have fried a couple of them with your fire bolts?
Nothics.
Yeah, so when we took down the
Yeah, we did.
floaty skull thing at the crashed necromancy tower or something like that, I think we should gather those, or just wait 8 hours and we'll have a wandering monster creep up on us. But I think if we will need to gather some of the bodies there and make a little bit of a bonfire in order to generate some ashes for that purpose.
Sounds cool. Draw a circle on the ground using ashes. Sorry, Malcolm. Is that a shortened version of something I heard you say on step 8? Stand inside was the circle. Did you say circle of death, or did I hear something I wasn't meant to hear?
No, it was circle of death, but that's from step 7. You draw the circle on the ground using the ash of a corpse.
Circle of death. Then it's something that's going to kill you. Okay, I think Gerald's suspicion. Not suspicion. Thought on poison. If it's circle of death. Step 8.
I think it's
No.
poison or blood or something like that.
It's weird. In one
Well-
place inside of the text, it says what I've got in Discord and Messenger, and the
Yes,
other
well-
one is worded slightly differently, like that.
Oh right. I thought you might have just shortened it. That's all for our
It's just
use.
effectively it makes sense if you see step 7. So
So that masking your appearance as the illusion skull. The quenching the flame in ice could be abjuration, or is the first one abjuration? Hold the wand of nether oak over your heart. Was that the first school we started at? Sorry, I'm flicking back to the maps and just doing which way around we did that. So the first one we went to was abjuration.
oh, we just lost storage.
Yeah. Conjuration, flame in the hand, that makes sense. 3, the third one around. Oh, let's get this Nothic out of the way. Oops,
Gothic.
pretty easy one. Oh, that's necromancy.
We need to
Speak a
find
secret.
We need to find a spell of scroll of mending to find out exactly what it is, or have a look at the photos on the not the photos, the stained glass in the museum to see if we can see what it is that they're holding as part of the
Oh,
ritual.
that's right. We're going to go back in there.
Maybe, but I reckon we go to the library and see if we can find a scroll of mending, so that we can find out what was written on it, because it's been disintegrated. It hasn't been lost.
George, Gerald, your mic's cut out. We can only hear you
Oh,
throughout it.
he's still setting himself up.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, I'm talking over people, am I?
No,
No.
not at all.
You're coming in fine. It's just a little odd, but it's fine.
But I just reckon it's going to be something bad. That circle of death is just the ashes of a dead thing that's the circle that we stand in. So I don't think we can read too much into that circle of death.
Stand inside a circle of death and consume. What do you do inside
consume
a
what it.
circle of
But I
death?
reckon if it's anything from Icewind Dale, it's just going to be pretty crappy. It's going to be your own blood or poison or
A fireball.
yeah, just yeah, like.
Well,
Tusk
given that
your-
we've got our
your
alchemy jug, we could do the old homeopathy trick, which is just take lots of things and significantly water them down.
Then
Because
there's
it's
just
got
water and
it's got
instead of
acid,
blood or
it's
poison.
got oil,
Yeah,
it's got
okay,
salt.
consume some spring water.
And
That's
rose
going to be
essence oil.
the most diabolical poison if you do that. Just concentrates it if you do that. So be careful
Yeah,
with the
well,
homeopathy.
I nearly suffered a fatal underdose the other day.
Hello, everyone. I'm on.
Hello.
Ah,
Are
much
we
better.
doubling up on the mics?
Can you hear two of us?
Albert, say something.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I'm here.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. And
Brilliant.
can you hear me?
Yep, coming in loud and clear.
Cool.
Bought
Do you
the
reckon
beers, bought the
those
chips,
Gothic
forgot the
lost their eyeball to that divination orb that we found?
Yeah, my bag's not doing it again. I've only got one eye left. You've only got one over left, and we've got 2 range people if they lose it.
Yeah, I'm not chancing it.
Ben says,
Because,
I've only got the one eye to lose anyway. I am not doing it.
but also, it got disintegrated. That thing can find things rather than. I don't think it can go back in time or anything, unless there is a time thing. I think the only thing we can maybe
small blue
do is use
boxes
the
around here.
divination to find a scroll of mending, maybe. Like Velen doesn't have mending, so yeah. Was our penguin magical?
Nope.
Can we ask our penguin?
No, not magical, unfortunately.
Just to serve?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Kingsport was his name.
Kingsport. Cool.
Shall we go and check out the windows first, and then go to the library if that fails?
Yeah, we just must stand back from that thing that we weren't supposed to touch. The big giant thing in the middle.
So do we go to the and stare in front of that big giant thing, and then do the 8-step method?
No, I thought we did it next to the force field.
Oh, that's what I thought you were talking about. And when you said big giant thing.
Oh no, in the museum there's this big giant monster that we didn't want to awaken because there's a big warning sign on it saying, yeah, don't touch the
Thing, mending scroll, don't touch.
But that's the only idea if you can't find a mending scroll is heading to Y29, and because it's got an image of the 8 of them doing something for the main middle. So you might see what it is. It's red coloured. It might be blood. If it's got a skull and crossbones on it, it might be poison. That's my hope. It's a bit of a long shot though.
Keep it crack. That's all we got.
Okay. Well, let's say you wander over to the museum. You head to the top floor, and there is that horrible creature there suspending, saying, "Do not touch this." So I assume you're not going to touch it. And you look up onto the ceiling, and you do see the 8 wizards there. If you want to take a closer look, why don't you make me a perception check and see if you can spot something?
Let's all do it.
I could, yeah.
Cool.
I've just muted myself because you were getting an echo, but you can hear me now.
Yep, you can hear.
Perception.
Actually, let's put the microphone between us.
Oh,
Yeah, what you do spot the it's pretty easy to spot at High Abjura Taruth, the head of the school of transmutation. And the only thing you notice, or say whimsy, is there's a green bubbling potion in one of his hands. I'll let you draw your own conclusions.
I've seen Snow White, and I know what that means.
it's either that or acid.
Oh shit!
It's like
Remember, lemon juice counts as an acidic compound.
so does lime juice. If it's green.
What we got to do is find a lemon and a lime juice. In a lime.
Let's go wake up that tree ant.
Yeah.
Is it a lemon tree ant?
I think, well, with the circle of death and the fact that it's green, I reckon your suspicion was correct, Gerald.
I'm scared because it's the last thing. It's the last.
What could go wrong?
But as I say, when it says consume, does that mean how much? I mean, if we're talking a drop of something, I mean, if it's acid, that might do you a little bit of damage. Poison, a little bit of damage. Beer, quite a bit of damage. Honey's not going to damage you. I'm just thinking of stuff that we can generate from our.
Yeah, I was looking at it. I've been getting the joke, the alchemy joke.
Yeah.
And
Even then, do we have poison on us? If it or acid on
it
us?
creates poison, and it creates
Oh,
I
cool.
acid.
think it says a half ounce of basic poison can be produced.
Yeah.
So we have both of those.
And mayonnaise, in case we need any of that, up to 2 gallons.
Yeah.
2 gallons of mayonnaise. It's
To wash down
disgusting.
the basic poison.
If only he was holding like a yummy white bun with some white mayonnaise in the middle of it.
Mhm. To go with our knucklehead trout.
Needs hot sauce.
Well, it seems we have at least probably all of the steps. Is it time to perform the ritual?
Which one should we do? Poison or acid? Because I can only make one of them.
Well, we could still, I mean, that's per time. And then you could make it, as I say, make a mixture if you're consuming it. So just some water which has a tiny amount of poison in it, a tiny amount of acid, a tiny amount of vinegar, and all those other things. I mean, it would not be particularly nice. We could put some food in there. We could put a drop of blood, and that would cover some bases, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think he's holding that green bubbly thing. So that to me, when you said that Snow White thing.
We could also put some ink in it too.
But I don't think we need the blood. I think it's poison or acid. And whether I'm overthinking it, like acid isn't actually green, that's just computer games.
Was it glowing green? Because it could be radioactivity. Oh no, he's
Or
turned into a
magical.
devil.
Are you sure it's not Gatorade?
Or a potion in general. Perhaps he's a potion maker. So we've still got a couple of potions available to us. If I go to our treasure chest, we have a potion of animal friendship, a potion of radiant resistance.
I've got a potion of healing, medium.
Well, do you think it's worth combining those? Because I mean, the potion of healing with the poison, that would offset that, surely.
I'm scared if we combine it, then we're not actually doing it. It sort of seems like the magical feisty stuff.
I got a potion of healing superior in my bag.
Yeah. Just for next time someone's knocked down, we can administer it to it. What do you think, Kyle? Which one do you reckon it is?
I'm not sure. I don't know. Sorry, I didn't hear all the options. I was distracted.
Usually I think it's acid or poison, but I'm kind of leaning to poison.
Do you
Because
think we all have to do that in order to pass the barrier, or do you think it's just one will, as long as one of us consumes whatever the thing is, the right one, that will
I
get
think
over?
I think it's a ritual, right? It has to only be done once. That's my feeling.
yeah, that's my hoping.
And I think it's poison, otherwise it'd be like circle of pain or something like that.
That circle of death, though, that's the death circle you make with the ashes.
Oh,
Yeah, like you make
Oh.
a circle of ashes, right?
I thought it was stand inside a circle of death and consume Castleman.
No, you're standing in the circle of the ashes. Right? Hold a wand, summon a flame, speak a secret, tell another to share a secret. Draw a circle on the ground using the ashes of a corpse. Stand inside the circle of death and consume.
See that 8-1, stand inside a circle of death and consume. I'm swinging towards poison because otherwise it'd be stand inside a circle of pain and consume acid.
Oh, yeah. That
Yeah,
actually
true.
makes sense.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, as the resident, who has a secret, actually? Like,
I got a
Um,
secret.
you need to speak a secret about yourself, and then compel another to share a secret with you. All right, so we need 2 people who have secret.
Whimsy says she has no secrets. What are you talking about?
I don't think George has a secret. He's been a bit open book.
Are lady secrets really secrets or just gossip?
Well, don't tell us yet, because then it would no longer be a secret.
I mean, not trying to be cheaty about it, but we didn't know that Nymph lit that fire.
Which fire was that?
Tarvin's got a secret. No
Oh,
problem.
that was Whimsy, not Nymph. Yeah, she's got a secret.
No, that fire in the giant place when we had that mammoth attack us.
Oh,
Nice.
I thought you were talking about the fire that killed all the people in the tents.
Oh yeah. Well, so it's because you're here. Does Whimsy have a secret?
With a single tear running down her eye, perhaps she does. She answers.
So, does Tarvin want to do the ritual?
Sure.
So Tarvin's got a secret. All right. So Dorge says, "Do you want me to make the poison, or you can?" And he'll prefer the alchemy jug.
Wouldn't it be a ranger? Rangers are good at making poisons, aren't they? From trees and stuff.
What skill
No,
is that?
He's got the alchemy jug.
Oh, that's right. Shut up, Albert.
Do you want the alchemy jug?
And sorry, just before we do this, the other aspect is I've got to convince somebody to share a secret.
Yeah.
Was that the other half of it?
So we've got the two secrets. You could convince Whimsy. The only thing is that it needs to produce a fire in your palm. So maybe Whimsy should do the
Fire. She can do that.
no, she should do the whole thing,
Whole ritual.
whole ritual.
She's got Arcana too, so she probably should. She says, "I probably should."
So
And
Dorge,
you can literally change your appearance, correct?
Literally.
absolutely. Yeah, this is totally you.
But Tarvin can do that as well, can he not? I remember him doing an awfully good goat impersonation.
Yeah. So yeah, it's called disguise
drag.
self. Disguise self. That's all
We
I've got.
just need some ice. We just need to quench it with some snow. We'll get some ice shavings.
Oh,
You know,
there's
like if
plenty
you
of
create a
ice
flame in
around.
your-
There's nothing
Exactly.
but ice. That's the whole
A
problem.
little bit of wind, a little bit of wind, and a fair amount of dale. Yes,
All right,
I reckon.
Whimsy, are you going to do this?
Yeah. She says, "Yep, okay."
All right, we are all waiting.
George,
She says
George
to me,
hands over the alchemy jug.
"I'll need a wand, crafted from nether oak."
Oh, you do have
Yeah.
two, I think, you crafted from the tree. So you have a branch at the very least that was crafted from nether oak. So what do you do, Whimsy?
She will hold. She will hold that over her heart.
Yep.
And she will summon a flame to her palm using a little cantrip. Can she control it to that extent?
What's the cantrip?
Which one will she use? Spells. She can. Light. Minor illusion it. Firebolt. Can she hold that in her palm, or is that just going to fly off into nowhere?
I'll say she can hold it. You can summon a flame and kind of concentrate on the cantrip as it boils in your hand.
Okay. Then she'll do that.
Okay.
Speak a secret about yourself aloud. Okay. So when we're at the tents and with all those people in the middle of nowhere and they were lit alight, that was me.
What?
You
Oh, we
heard
knew
me,
that.
damn it.
Didn't
Oh.
we already know that? Okay.
Also, when I was at high
Didn't you
school.
say that's what you were going to do?
Oh no, she just snuck out.
Okay.
The assumption is probably that you guys assumed it was
Oh,
her.
okay. Yeah, sorry.
But if that's not quite working, if she doesn't feel the spirit in her soul, She will admit to the fact that most of her friends died because she tried to summon a thing when she was at Spellcasting University, and all it summoned was those octopus heads.
Oh,
Oh dear.
wow.
Uh-huh.
Then, who are you going to propel?
Well, don't do that again.
I've been trying my best to be the best friend I can be. She turns to, oh gosh, who was it who said they had a secret? She turns to Tarvin. Perhaps you have something to share with us, Tarvin? A secret of some kind?
Oh, yeah, it's not a very good one, but okay, sure. I recently stole Dorge's whiskey.
What? You?
Yeah, that's
What?
why you couldn't find it the other session.
I thought the
Here it
hands
is.
took it.
And he pulls it out of his backpack. Here you go.
And George swipes it and then has a big slug.
And then Whimsy picks up some ice and quenches the flame in her hand with it.
Okay.
And then she turns into one of the mages that she's seen in the glass window thingies,
Sure.
using her changeability thing.
Mm-hmm.
Then she draws a circle in the ground. Did we burn those ashes up?
Oh, can we recon it, please?
Yeah. Retcon.
Whoops.
You found a
Yeah,
Nothic
retcon
and
it.
you burned it to ashes with lots of produce flames. And you have ashes of a
Using those
corpse,
up.
Whimsy.
And Whimsy had been collecting some more. She was burning people up anyway, let's say.
That's another secret.
Also,
This is
Back at that
This is-
camp, we would have had lots.
this is for the Duriga. This is for that.
I knew they'd come in handy later. She uses those and draws a circle in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Then she takes the poison from Dorch
Alchemist trumpet. Here you go.
and she consumes some. How much of it does she have to consume? How much is there to consume?
There's half a gallon.
Oh,
Half an
she
ounce.
doesn't have
Half
to.
an ounce.
Half an ounce.
Something she knows what a test tube looks like. She's been a magic uni, so she'll consume a test tube worth of in her brain what looks like a test tube worth of poison of what is handed to her.
Take 3 points of poison damage as you're literally consuming poison. And before you notice this very faint force field around the Mythalar, the force field is gone.
It's,
Do we all hold hands?
it was
as we
poison.
step through?
So it was poison.
It was
Yeah,
poison.
you were right,
You're right.
It was poison.
So we all hold hands and walk through.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Easy enough to do.
Okay. We're off to see the witch.
White 23.
This is what we have been looking for. I think to operate it, someone is going to need to attune to it. Who do we think that should be?
How many attunes can you have?
3.
3.
Oh, maybe she's okay. No, she's not okay. Can't be Whimsy unless she drops an attunement. She's happy to drop her Staff of Charming. If worse comes to worse.
I
Would you like
do have
me
a
to do
spare
it?
slot.
Maybe our paladin, being pure of heart, might be the best candidate.
What's her attunements? How many has she got?
Oh, I'll double check, but we'll say she has enough, and not that you're unattuned, then reattune. We'll go that way.
Well, if she's got a trident, and unless there's something else, I don't think she had anything
I don't think so.
magical otherwise.
All
Oh,
right.
there was that big ass spear.
That which is non-attunement anyway. Um,
Okay.
So, Nymphadora reaches out. She's like, I hope this is going to go okay. and she places her hand on the Mithla, and then she begins, you see her concentrating. And after a while she goes, wow, this is unlike anything I've experienced before. I know that I can literally make this city fly. I could do that if I wanted to. Any magical items with charges expended from them, and we can recharge it. And most interestingly of all, which I think is the thing we're most interested with, I can use this to control the weather within a 50-mile radius. This is it, guys. This is it. This is how we can end the winter. Shall I do it?
Yes.
Now, just to
Shut
give you
down
some
winter.
perspective, you guys are over here, and if we put a 50-mile radius on you, that's how big it'll be.
Oh,
Was it 50? No, it's 100. Sorry, I got it around the wrong way. Anyway, it will more than consume the entirety of the 10 towns. So that's good. Well, I don't imagine I should wait, guys. Shall I do it? Okay,
Everybody ready? Get their weapons out, because you know what's going to happen when that starts happening.
Yeah.
Here we
Prepare
go.
actions. If anybody turns up, Whimsy's going to start fire bolting.
Sure. Whimsy goes, here I go. Bzz. It's not working. Bzz. I know what it can do, but... Oh, wait. Something else is attuned to this. I think I need to be in agreement with whoever else is attuned to this. I can't do it. I think it needs to be like the people who are attuned to it. Everybody needs to be in agreement, and something or someone is attuned to this. It will
That
not
person needs to die. I think we
or
know who it
just
is.
agree with us to end the winter.
Well, whatever it is, it does not agree.
So who might it be? Might it be one of the mages that has survived somehow? Because we killed off the head of the literal floating head of the magic orders. So do we think that one or more of the mages might still exist in some capacity?
I think it's the Frost Maiden.
If you did not remember we could also not enter this area here because there was a force field. Maybe there are some answers over there.
Are you passing all this on to me, Whimsy, with your message?
Sorry?
Talking?
Oh, yep.
George is deaf.
George
I
is
just
what?
remembered.
Ah, yes. George is deaf.
Ah.
We'll just have
Let's
Whimsy
go
relaying it.
upstairs.
Oh, right.
He
And
yells
Whimsy relays
too loudly.
George's message.
You don't need to relay my message to everyone. They can hear me.
Let's go upstairs.
Okay, so you head over to this... Carefully over to this massive spire, which is plainly, a way to get up into the top to the top of the tower. Yeah, you see that the force field is down, and you're just standing at the base of a long cylinder. There's no stairs or anything like that.
So is this some sort of magical
Beta.
transporter thing?
Teleporter. Oh, yeah.
This is a tube with wheelchair access.
Okay, you've shifted the map and now I can see nothing.
Oh, I didn't mean to
That's
shift the
reloading.
map. There we go. Go back there.
So can we walk up the tube?
Enter into like the tower itself, like just walk in.
Yeah, I think so. Right.
The buttiest of us going in first, because it might be a teleporter.
George is eager to go.
Dodge, then the Paladin, then the Rangers,
You're going
then
to take the
Whimsy.
rear.
Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, she'll take the rear. Whimsy will take the rear.
So as you
Tower.
enter into the tower, you gently rise up to the entrance to the main tower. And you look back at your time in Icewind Dale and you remember the horrors, you remember the death of friends, you remember this blasted winter, you remember horrible druids that did horrible things. And you look back and think, yeah, this is by far the most pleasant experience I've ever had in Icewind Dale. As you gently rise up to the top. All rather pleasant. And now we'll flip over here. And yeah, so you near the apex of the strut, the ceiling of the tunnel gives way to a landing that offers a view of the city's utmost reaches. Light from a high window illuminates a set of steps to ascend to a pair of mahogany doors in the tower's face, which is this one here.
We can't see anything.
I can see.
No, you've just got to find it on the map.
Oh, there we go.
Right at the bottom there.
Mm.
So is this time to send Kingsport first through?
George is happy to go forward.
Let's get in there
You
then.
all hear a voice in your head. You are not welcome here. Please leave.
We recognize the voice as
Nope.
okay. Dang.
Well, they did say please.
Yeah.
That's nice.
That wouldn't be a goddess. Goddesses don't say please.
George tries to message back with his brain, saying, "We're here on a mighty cruise. We're here to destroy Oriel's hold over Icewind Dale. This is our only way forward. Please let us in."
No. Please leave.
We are not going to take no for an answer. Please let us in. This is your final warning. He's trying to say it gruffly to try and intimidate them.
George,
I think-
make a
I
wisdom
think
saving
George just had
throw,
too much
please.
whiskey.
You feel
Okay.
somebody's mind in your mind telling you, hey, maybe it's a good idea to leave. We're not welcome here. But then you shake it off. I really must insist. You must leave.
Guys, I think they just went into my brain. They're dangerous.
Let's get through those doors.
Well, we can leave. All we need in order to leave is the assent of those attuned to the Mythla to lift the endless winter on the surrounding lands.
Can with that in mind, this is Whimsy messaging Nymph.
Mm-hmm.
Can she speak to this thing since she's attuned to the Mythla?
Yeah, we're gonna enter in if that's okay with you. No, you do not have an invite. You are not welcome here. And Nymphadora takes a couple of steps forwards. And she's, guys, there's one of those guys from the Blue Man group. I think he's doing it to us. Hey, Mr. Blue, let us in. No, I simply must insist that you leave. And he's like almost poking his head through a slight opening there. So, yeah. Yes. Leave. Whimsy, make me a wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh. Oh, wrong one. Wisdom. Mighty 13.
Oh, yeah, you feel this voice in your head as well, but you tell us trying to magically compel you to leave, but it doesn't. It doesn't take effect.
I'll not leave until this city is back to its ancient glory as all of us here intend it to be, and also the winter is lifted.
What are you talking about? The city is as glorious as it ever was. We reign supreme. We are the very epitome of the master of the arcane arts. What are you
You
talking
have not
about?
been
The city is in
outside
its
these
full
doors,
glory.
then. You have not been outside these doors to see what we have seen.
Oh,
You
I've been
shelter in
outside
here.
of the doors, and the city is as glorious as it ever was. Now
Then
you
you're
really must
living in
insist. This is
some
an
kind of
exclusive
dream.
event. You must leave.
Oh, is there an event happening in there? We had invites.
So
I've got an
you do
invite
hear
right here. With
you
my
do hear inside through these double oak doors. There's some type of like ballroom, music playing and clinking of glasses and people talking. You can't make out what they say. There's some type of shindig happening just on the other side of this doors.
Is his head still poking through the door?
Not poking through. He's just speaking through it. Well, he's not speaking. You see his lips don't move, but it's obviously the source of the thing. It's going straight into your head.
Okay, then Whimsy's going to do her best to shape change into one of the wizards that she's seen depicted in the pictures,
Okay.
and she will insist to the Blue Man Group that they let her in. She is here for the event. She has important information about the city, as she's been trying to argue.
Make a deception check at advantage.
All right, deception. Oh, there we go.
Because you do
Oh, it's
look
still
like,
twice.
but you don't sound like.
I think I get +3 to this because I'm within what's her name's range.
No, that's for
Oh
saving
no,
throws.
it's for
This
saves.
is not a
Saving
saving
throws.
throw.
It's a save save. 13's the best I did then. Wow, 2 shitty rolls.
My apologies. We'll say,
So, Ruth,
yeah, hi, my apologies, High Abjura to Ruth. Are these people part of your party?
Indeed, as I've been trying to explain, we have an invite.
My deepest apologies. And the doors swing open. And it is as you suspected when you went in here. There is there chamber music washes over you as you enter this ballroom. In contrast to the desolate frozen ruins outside, a dozen people mill in here, dressed in flowing silk garments and colourful hand masks and feathered fans. Noble courtiers laughing gossip as servants move among them, offering them sugar treats on silver pallets. And one of them comes up to you, Whimsy, with a bunch of canopies on. Hi, Abjura, would you like to try one of these canopies?
I'm watching my weight, but thank you very much.
Oh, okay. What about you, Goliath friend? Would you like to try one of these?
George, that obviously doesn't hear any of that.
Whimsy's sending messages out, don't touch any of this food.
Okay, he reached out and then he pulls his hand back.
All my party are watching their weight at my insistence.
Well, no problem. Hi, Abjura. There are drinks served up somewhere. Yes, up at the members bar, just through this door over here. Help yourself to some drinks.
We will do. Thank you.
Yep.
Nobody touch the drinks, says Whimsy in your heads.
Did someone say drinks?
Don't touch it,
gets
George.
The drink from his pocket. Starts drinking it.
Oh, you bought your own. That's wonderful.
One of these people, one of the gentlemen in a silk mask, with the mask's on his face, he comes up to you and, "Hi, Abjura, how are the new apprentices going? Are they adults like they usually are?"
He's just stepped out to the toilet.
Well, bidet. Sorry, I missed that.
Yeah.
So it comes up to Garrett. Oh, hello, good sir. Who might you be?
So I am but a humble. What am I? What am I? A humble abjurer of the elements.
Oh, do give us a display.
So I would need some form of minor magic that might cause a small amount of damage. Perhaps, let's say, fire or ice or cold or lightning. Your choice.
Lightning, I guess. Why not? That'll be fun.
Right. Good. So I will stand over here well away from my fellows. If you should cast a minor spell at me, I shall absorb the damage.
All right. And a little I can't think of a good lightning cantrip, but the minor lightning cantrip buzz, it shoots out to you. Take that, you cad.
Right. So I can use my absorb elements depending on as my reaction to that to absorb the damage. So if it was shocking hands or something similar, I think that's a couple of d6 or d6 depending on the level that it's cast at. Does that sound like the sort of thing that they did?
Yes.
You get damage, then I'll use my absorb elements, a spell to absorb whatever the damage was, or attempt to anyway.
Oh, that is positively delightful. That's such a good party trick. I simply must take you to my book club and you can demonstrate.
Showing magic.
Nice work, Garrett.
Well,
Is the
thought
high
we had to
abjurer back from the comfort room?
Indeed, she is.
Tell me, high abjurer, what do you think of your latest magical recruits? Do you see any promise in them, or are they simple mindless dolts like the last batch?
Well, they're a mixture of both, but I don't like to point out whom is whom.
Well, yeah, that is your domain, transmutation, so do as you will. You simply got to try one of these canopies. It's absolutely delicious. And it looks like
I would love to, but as I said, I'm on a diet. Look at me, I'm absolutely
You're
flabbily.
but a rake. You're a rake. Live a little.
Oh, you, you make me blush, but no.
Huh? You be you. And this guy just wanders over and starts gossiping. And you hear some of them. He talks to a female friend, and you hear a laugh, and they both turn around to you and laugh again, then go back to muffled conversations.
Do I know? Do any of us figure out who sits in this tower?
Well, if it's the main one, is it not the skeleton head that we destroyed? Wouldn't
Oh, what was
that
his name?
be central? Because there were the 8 archmages, and then there was the head of the entire city.
And his name was.
Ariolathus.
And yes, and we met him, or what remained of him, that floating skull, and we were fortunate enough to kill off the few Nothics that were hanging around it, and we killed or released his spirit.
That's right. The person who offered the canapes, Whimsy will go up to that person and say, "I'm actually looking for Ariolathus. His presence seems to be not here."
Well, I know he's frightfully busy at the moment. So much to do. As you can imagine, the head of the whole of the magic of the mighty city of Yithrin. I'm assuming he's up at his tower studying his books.
Well, indeed, he was the one who summoned me here and my people, and we get here and he's not even here to greet us. What sort of show is that?
Oh, I know, but, he's a busy man, if you can understand.
I'll tell you what, I'll take my people up there. This is ridiculous. I'll be right back.
Okay.
It's been a while since I've been up here. Which way is his tower again?
Oh, yeah, it's north.
Okie dokie. And I summon the others through my brain to head north.
Okay. Yeah, it's just more, you know, noble-looking people up there.
Does anyone here get the are these real people or constructs or illusions, perhaps? Is there any way of us intuiting or perceiving whether these are illusions?
I'll say those who proficient in Arcana can make me an Arcana check.
Well, that's not me. Despite my ability to absorb minor lightning.
19.
Oh, and I wouldn't shake hands with me for the next round.
You stop for a moment, Whimsy, and focus on these people moving around. And you kind of get a glimpse through the facade. They're not really as they appear. What they appear, if you look just closely enough, is this.
Oh,
She'll share that with everybody, with the party.
What was that? Sorry, I just got back. What are you sharing?
Should have popped up
the
on
people at
roll
the party
20.
are the brains in a jar.
Yeah, the noble people who've been talking and communicating, Whimsy has deduced that they're basically brain in a jar, projecting some
Okay.
type of illusion around
Some
themselves.
kind of illusion magic here.
Yeah.
So yeah, she'll share that through her little cantrip spell.
So you were
So
told that
does
there was
all-
a bar through here, and there's a couple of other doors we can explore if you want to. But one thing, I think, you're told there's a bar through this door, private bar, members bar, in fact.
You were told that the real path
Through that door.
is up to the north.
Yep.
Let's head there.
Right.
Okay.
With Nymph taking a good lead on that, I assume.
Mhm.
Get +3 bonuses.
Come on, now.
Nim springs her +3 bonuses with her. And yeah, just a sec. You see a door over here, and a massive a door over here, and a massive nothingness here. Like, it looks like, George, if you took a step here, you would plummet to your death.
Hey, I think I've only got 11 hit points.
So you've got more than that on
Okay.
your
On
just
my-
type what you've got on. Yeah. So you've got
So, I've
69.
got, so it is 69. I just couldn't remember
Nice.
being healed up. That's all. That's why I suddenly realised. Shit. Am I at 14 or 69? 11 or 69?
So this space that's in front of us, where it looks like some sort of open chasm there, is this potentially an illusion or an actual? Do we think this might be? I think perhaps could we do the old Indiana Jones and throw some pebbles and dust out over here, sprinkle those to see whether they fall to the ground or just disappear.
Nope, it's as if it was an invisible bridge.
Oh,
Behind
okay.
you,
Well, that's good.
you hear a voice. What are you doing?
Oh, what's that?
We seek Eriolathus on a matter most urgent to do with the Mythalar.
Urolathus has lost his mind, as have everybody here. Seems you have not fallen for the for these foolish creatures around you. You do. I'm fully aware that this place has fallen. And what I would like to propose to you, I know a way that Yithrin can be saved and returned to its previous glory.
Well, that's why I assumed Irilathus summoned us here. I thought he
Oh,
may have come around to his senses.
Irilathus didn't summon you. He lost his mind centuries ago.
What's your... Oh no, George can't hear anything. Sorry.
Um,
Well, he doesn't seem to
Whimsy.
have lips, so I imagine that he's communicating telepathically
Oh.
anyway. Is that the case?
Yes. Yeah, he is telepathically. Yep, that is correct.
Oh, cool. George says, "What's your proposal?"
Well, I wish to return Yithrin to its past glory, to be, the dominant power that we were, not just in this universe, but across the multiverse. This is what I propose to you. There is a way, shall we say, to turn back time. What I'm proposing is this. I'll just drag across this other map for a second. You might remember there is an obelisk outside here. You guys did look at the obelisk, didn't do much about it. There's a 60-foot tall black obelisk of stone. Its surface covered in arcane runes projects from the ground, and a thin crack has formed on one side, stretching the obelisk base to its middle. See, Irilathus has got a particularly powerful magical staff. If you were to take that staff and crack it across the obelisk, then Yithrin will be returned to its previous glory, which I assume is why you're here.
Indeed, that's why we're here.
Make
Then
a
we'll head
deception
up
check,
to his-
Whimsy, because that's not why you're here.
Deception. 18.
Okay, let me just make a roll for this, guys. Oh, splendid. I mean, the amount of power here is, shall we say, shall be restored with all the glory, all the magic, all the possible glory. So I unfortunately cannot enter the study. It's his study. It's a complicated reason, but I will wait for you here. Bring me his staff, and together we can break it across the obelisk and return Yithrin to its glory. I eagerly await your return.
Oakley dokely. We'll catch you later then.
So, do we just walk out on this invisible bridge?
Yep.
Yes.
She whispers in your head.
Yes, just take a step of faith. It's easy.
So with that, can we feel ahead, perhaps using? Oh, I'm just trying to have a look. What equipment? What might we have?
The throw rope as far as it can go.
Oh, I was thinking about sort of using a spear or similar to tap forward in front of us so that we don't absent-mindedly walk off the edge in case the pathway curves or similar.
Throw the rope out, then we can see if the rope sags.
Oh, okay, all right, we can try that. Yes.
Oh,
Okay, so
or
Yep.
do a fairy fire. Somebody had fairy fire, if I recall. Oh no, that's on living things, eh?
say
George
one of you
throws out.
throws a rope out and it just snakes
Mhm.
like this, doesn't collapse at all, sags in no
Once
place.
George gradually pick it up.
Okay. Okay.
See?
Oh, when you stand on this glass thing, it falls to your death and you're out of the Squid Game. Sorry. I'm kidding. Yeah, that doesn't collapse beneath you. You don't do. You just do it left, right though. Maybe in hindsight, maybe the designers of this would have done that. Yep, George. It's a little disconcerting, but you walk across. Yep, nothing. I mean, it's a bit off-putting.
Okay.
Well, we'll send the two guys with no depth perception forward first.
The one-eyed Cantabrian.
Says, I know all I've got for
Robinson's
you
new All
guys
Black coach.
is saving throw. So here I am. Step forward. Arvin suddenly appears, and Dorj, you come to the door to this presumably other part of the tower. What do you do?
George looks around at the others. I can't help with hearing things. If someone wants to listen for some danger.
I'm gonna go listen for danger at the door. Whimsy whispers in your ear.
I'm not sure how
To me?
Dorj can
Mhm.
really hear anything because Tarvin,
Because
yes.
George- Because George is deaf.
Yes.
What?
I'm a bit deaf in real life, so excuse me. Which door? This one, right? Or the one?
One
No,
right in front
the
of
one
Dorj
that we're
there.
next to.
Okay. Is that perception check?
Yep.
Yep. There you go. Nothing.
Nope. Seems perfectly safe.
Are there any sort of
check.
arcane magical symbols on the outside of the door, or does this look like a stock standard wood
It's an oak door.
wood door? Oak door. Handles? Knocker?
Handles, yep, you could pull it outwards.
Everybody hold onto the rope just in case you open the door and the bridge disappears. That's what I would do if I was DM. Don't tell anyone.
So we'd all be roped together as we fell through to this infinite pit.
George will, if he can hear part of that through message, will say, I'll hold on to the door. I should be able to handle all our weight.
Okay.
And so we tie ourselves up.
Okay.
Are there two doors? Or just
Yes.
the single one?
Double door.
So maybe Nymph can be on the other one. So
Sure.
there's two of us holding the weight of everyone in case we fall.
All right.
And you open.
Should we do it?
Yeah, sure.
The door opens. You don't plummet to your death. So that's a
Yay.
bonus.
Oh, sweet.
Um,
I'm waiting for the bar.
no, there's no but. Inside you see you as you enter Dorj, you see your reflection dance across the mirrored surfaces of this chamber. 11 alcoves extend from the walls like points of a star, each one narrowing to a niche where a gentle glowing crystal is mounted 5 feet above the floor, and the room seems to hum with pent-up power.
Curious and curious.
Nice reference.
George just sort of loudly calls out, Irolathas? Irolathas?
No response.
We did kill him down at the bottom there, so maybe he's not home.
Oh, I thought I had detect magic. Oh, I do. I want to see what that spell does.
Can he, George wants to look at the gems to see if any are connected to a star.
What was that, sorry?
George wants to look at the gem and see if any are connected to a star. Looking at each one in turn.
Um,
Are they in certain things or are they floating? Or...
They're embedded, like right at this kind of tip of this point here, and that little circular bit at the end. That's where they're embedded.
Okay.
So that guy Venerable, what's his name? He mentioned something about a power staff.
Mm.
And that's what we're kind of looking for. Does Whimsy see anything of that nature?
No staffs. A villain comes up and says,
I-
do you remember we had a deal? But
Nope.
I would get
What are you talking
first.
about?
Oh, no, you did not play. Do not play games with me, Nimsy. They're talking about a staff, a great magical staff wielded by Irolathus. That is what I want.
But you're not going to use it on that thing, are you? That he was talking about.
No, but that is beside the point. The staff is mine.
Oh, you can have it, but if you use it on that thing, then we're all going to stop you.
Oh, of course, I would expect no less, Whimsy.
Oh,
So do we still have the Professor Orb, or did that get blasted at some point?
Oh, you still got the Professor Orb. Yes, hello,
does-
sorry. The DM forgets about me from time to time, but I'm right here.
Right, yeah, I just thought him and Kingsport might know something. So does he know anything of Ariolathus and his staff, or indeed that the giant plinth that's outside?
Well,
Obelisk.
the obelisks I do know. They're found in various places across Faerun. I know for certainty there's one in Chult, which is a jungle land far to the south of where you guys are. And there's another one somewhere else. So no one really knows what they do, but they're very mysterious. And my only concern about the one we stored is had that crack running down the middle of it. Perhaps if, so say in theory, this staff or whatever it is was broken across it, I can't help but think we have unpredictable results. Put it that way.
that dude said something about going back in time and bringing the city back to its same thing, and we don't want that to happen, do we?
Didn't he just
Do
say
we?
bring back its glory?
No, he said back in time.
He did say back in time.
Oh, okay. So we could conceivably go back and not go that far and save the 10 towns earlier, before they were destroyed by the Shardalin dragon, and before, dare I say it, before Keegan was killed.
Although he did say it would restore the city to its former glory, so that means, from what we've seen, these guys aren't very nice.
No, but what I was saying is change the purpose. So go back to save the 10 towns in totality by reverting back in time to before the Shardalin dragon and before that Thirstwell killed Keegan.
I think that is an excellent idea. Rewind back the clock and stop the
How far
problem
do
from
we
happening
wind
in
it
the
back,
first
though?
place.
Do we
I
have
think
any?
it's, I think it's an
Do you have any
excellent
control over
idea.
how far it goes back?
Well, no,
Because
we don't,
I
but
could get
possibly
mine back.
that
I could get my
the
hearing back.
that chap that we've just yeah, I don't know if that would work, whether that would help us, whether we would revert ourselves.
Well, I'll
I
tell you
don't know
what.
how this
Let's assume
time
that
magic.
we get hold of the staff and I claim it, which is rightfully mine. Presumably it'll take some attunement, and then perhaps we can get some insight about just how far back we can turn it in time. Maybe it's a day,
you can
maybe it's a
control it.
century, maybe it's millennia. I think we can work this out much better when we actually have the staff.
Where do we go to get it?
So, do we think this is the office of Ariolathus?
Suddenly, the crystal bright, the crystals brighten as rays of energy burst forth from one to converge right in the center of the room. As more of the rays intersect, a translucent figure comes into view and their light converges. A bald man wearing a long purple gown. His face breaks into a smile as he sees you. Once again, this is all in your brain. And he's, oh my goodness! Some sensible people at last. I am so terribly bored. It's so exciting to see some people. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm babbling a bit. My name is Everlast, and welcome to the Tower of High Sorcery. Honestly, it's been centuries. Who are you? How can I help? What can I do for you?
Whimsy. You're up.
Well, yeah, she steps forward and goes, I am High, what's his name person, Taruth. And I've
Look,
come to...
I'm
Mhm.
sensible. You are not the hired juror, but that's okay. I don't mind. I'm just so ecstatic. It's been centuries since I've talked to everybody. It's a pleasure to meet all of you.
Well, we're super keen to talk to you in that case about a certain stuff of power.
Um,
We could talk all day if you want.
well, I'd love to talk all day with you. Sir, I know you're outsiders. Some of you look magical for sure, but sure, some of you use the muscles of the body as opposed to the muscles of the mind. But I don't mind that at all. What can I help you with? I mean, I'm
Can
here
you
to assist in the city's restoration, which has kind of been hard since we crashed all those millennium ago. But maybe you could help restore the city for me. Maybe do a bit of
That is
handiwork.
actually a possibility.
Oh,
is
go,
it
go,
possible
please continue.
we outside of this place we met Veneranda, uh,
Oh
who
yes.
said that might use the staff and the obelisks to restore the city to its former glory, or at least to revert it in time to an earlier date. Is that possible?
Well, um, um, well, put it this way: right after the city crashed all those millennium ago, Arilathus, he managed to survive, as many did. Um, but he tried. The obelisk was damaged in the repair. He tried as he might to fix it. He couldn't. Um, and you're suggesting breaking the staff on here?
That was what we were told by Veneranda, that the staff might in some way activate this process, but we did not know whether to trust him. We have only just met him. Our main quest, if we are to restore Yithrin, is also to restore the surrounding lands and end an endless winter that has been brought on by the winter goddess Oriel.
Well, really, not to put too fine a point on it, but that's no concern of mine.
Well,
No.
we would say we can help you if you can help us and make common cause.
What exactly do you need my help with?
Well, in part, should we trust uh, how's
What
that
he
said?
says is true,
Miranda?
Veneranda. What he says is true. Breaking the staff across the obelisk will, shall we say, reset time. Just exactly how far that is, I don't know. And as I said, the obelisk is damaged, so it might be not what you expect.
Okay. This Veneranda, what can you tell us of Veneranda and his part in this grand drama?
Oh, he's convinced that the only way to save Yithrin is to turn back time. If he could turn back time, if he could find a way, he'd be most happy. And you're welcome for putting a share tune in your head. So, this is a reasonable course of action. Take the staff, break it across the obelisk, reset things. I mean,
Okay,
that's what
The
Errol
city
wants, is to
dominated.
restore the city. And I must say, I do have some sympathy for that approach. I mean, I've supposed to be helping Erolitharis return the city to its former glory, assist in the city's restoration, and a little time twist would do it. I mean, I've been trying to, but everybody effectively went mad in this place. Irolathus of Veneranda managed to keep his mind, which is good. I mean, I technically don't have a mind myself, but yes, I would recommend you take the staff and break it on the obelisk, turn back time, and all would be good.
If we were to do so, where would we find the staff?
Well, if you look up, and this kind of figure almost made of light points, damn it, points to a hatch mounted on the ceiling, like about here. I mean, simply go through that hatch.
How high up is that hatch? Is that reachable for us, or
30 feet.
30 feet? So when it's smooth mirror on the way there. Do we still have a flying spell,
We do.
Whimsy?
Yeah. Yes, we do.
So will we, and that can affect one person or more than one person?
Can make it affect two if I put a twin. If I spend some sorcery points on it.
Well, we were just wondering, should we
throw a rope
send
down. Yeah.
That
you
one
up
person
and
throw.
down, or
Mm.
do we send Villain? Villain, what is it that once you have this staff of power, if we can restore the 10 towns, what would you do? Would you, with the staff, what's your intention?
Well, I've made my intention clear. I'm here to study the greatest magic users of all time, and having access to the greatest magical staff of the head of the Tower of Sorceries, then I would study it. I would learn from it.
And use it, wouldn't you?
Well, that's part of learning it. Find out what all the buttons do.
No, but yeah.
I mean, I detect suspicion in your voice. After all this time, you still do not trust me?
I never trusted you. No, absolutely not. But then again, I don't trust him or her or him.
Well, that I
What?
can understand. I mean, this place has twisted your mind. And you're inciting
He
her?
said.
Yeah, for her intentions, did that ring true that she seemed to have just scholarly intentions or not, or whether there was a bit of bloodlust,
Um,
call power?
you believe her. I mean, she's made it no secret that she wanted to study the greatest magical items from the greatest magical city, and this staff is what she's been,
If
wanting
we
this whole
brought
time.
the city back to its original thing, does that mean all the people who are dead now within it are going to be back too, or it just works on the
Okay.
physical?
That is a good
And not the
question,
living.
Whimsy. No one will really know, but we can certainly try.
It's just that's a whole lot of crazy to bring back. Because no, I can't remember if.
And so this character that we have been talking to is not a person per se, is some sort of construct or leftover, like from those rumors. Is this one of the sort of ghosts of the magicians that used to be alive?
Not a ghost. You remember there's sort of beams of light coming from all these alcoves, and the beam of light is doing this, creating this picture. And you just
Right.
automatically you take your hand and wave through it, and it just passes through. But if you're curious, I'm just a magical construct constructed by Irolathus to aid him. But Irolathus has gone a bit mad, and it's hard to determine his thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose at least one of us will have to go up there and see if the staff is there for Villain, or indeed anything else.
Somebody should
Well,
fly up there, and tie a rope, and then we can all go up.
Okay. Well, who
See
would you
that
send?
mentally?
Yes.
If you were,
To everyone.
George would like to fly. I could do it. I could pull you up as well.
That's a good idea.
George walks up to the hole.
What's 30 feet in the ceiling?
And-
Oh, but you're flying?
I'm getting ready to be flying.
Yoink.
Cool.
Are you twinning it, Whimsy?
Yeah, I'm just getting onto that now. Here's the 20. There.
So Dorage
9.
and yourself?
Oh, not 20 yet. Sorry, I thought you said D20 it. Which I
Oh.
just did.
Well, casting a spell, that counts anyway.
I'll just put the 1. I'll just put the 1 on there.
Yeah,
Okay, so just on
George
Dorage. Okay.
has the
Yep.
rope, and he looks around at you guys and flies up.
Fly up, and you find yourself over here, Dorge. You ascend into an oval hall, glittering with frost. Carvings decorate the wall, and long icicles hang from the ceiling. 10-foot radius dome of translucent ice encloses the area around the shaft from which you emerge. At the far end, 2 blade-shaped patches of pitch darkness hover in the air, either side of a double door. A glowing red crystal, roughly the size of a human fist, is set above the archway.
It's tie the rope, George.
Yeah, he's just gonna brace himself and then look around for anything to tie the rope to.
Nope.
Okay,
Nothing.
he's just gonna brace himself on the edge
Uh-huh.
and just yell out, "Come up!" And he's gonna hold it as people climb up.
Everybody climbing up? Nymphadora does.
Yeah.
Whee!
Yep.
So
Where do
you'll
we go?
climb up.
Yep.
Just move you all over there. Yeah.
And then
And as I
George,
said, you're all in this dome. And these
Oh, is that the
weird
dome?
black blades
just outside.
that look like this.
Ah.
Oh, those magical spells.
Huh?
So,
Does
we
anyone know
search
that
the room
from?
for any kind of inscriptions or some kind of
You have a look
and
around. There's no
also-
inscriptions of note. Just this
Whimsy
dome
will arcane those
around
blades. Does Whimsy recognize those blades with her arcana?
you. Sure, give it a go.
Arcana.
Oh,
Yeah, despite a 24, no, you don't.
oh. Well, I can hit this dome, but those blades would likely attack. But we've only got one way to go. Anyone with a dispel magic? No.
There she does.
Nope.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna hit the thing. I'll stand at the front.
Mm-hmm.
Move away in sport.
Oh, what are you hitting?
Oh, excuse me.
The dome, the ice dome.
Oh, has it got the power thing in it?
We're gonna shatter it and
Where are the blades?
down to the
Down
south.
here.
Oh, in front of those doors.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Hey,
we
Dorage,
just shatter.
you get your maul of dragon slang, take a massive hit, and just a loud ringing sound, and you look at the dome, not even a dent in it.
I didn't hear any of that.
You take a...
You hear the scratching your ears. George's like, what?
You made it really loud.
Okay.
Yeah, literally no damage. I thought you were saying to the DM. I didn't hear that, sorry, but no, yeah, Dorage didn't hear the ringing sound. You're right.
It's ice, right? Whimsy? Fiery.
It looks like translucent ice, and it doesn't take a genius to realize this is fairly thin ice, and surely a blow from someone as strong and mighty as Dorage would have cracked ice easily. But as I said, not even a dent.
You guys want to step back and I'll try and firebolt it.
Yep.
Okay.
Which she does when there's when people have stepped back.
Okay, you firebolt it. Hits the ice. Once again, literally no damage.
What's inside the ice? The power.
You.
Oh, oh, we're inside that circle. Oh, dope.
Yeah, so
So
technically you'd have to
Tarquin-
all be kind of back in
Yeah.
like this.
Ah,
Dorge checks on the floor to see if there's a lip that he can lift.
Looking around this wall of ice, looking for some type of small thing you get your fingers under. You don't find anything.
Dorge yells out, let us out, let us out.
A glowing green crystal, roughly the size of a human fist, is set into the arch above the doorway.
Yep, so right
That's
here.
down here.
Hmm. Translucent. Inside the door. Nope.
Does someone have missed this there? Not anymore.
No.
Are these carvings that are decorating the wall not language? Are they images, or can we not make them out through the translucent ice?
They're just depictions of life in Yithrin, like this magic users doing things, going for shopping, casting great spells. It's very decorative.
Hmm. Oh, I think that's us, guys. We better turn back. No.
yeah. Oh well.
Trumpet, ice, trumpet. Somebody want a trumpet on the ice?
Oh,
Oh yeah, Garrett.
okay.
Well, we could do that. Remember, there is a risk of it catching fire as well,
And exploding, yeah.
and it might also antagonize those magical blades down south of us.
So worst case scenario,
Worst
we have to
case
fight
scenario.
these blades. How
Well,
the
worst
bloody hell do we fight them?
I catch on fire, and you're all deafened by it.
I'll stay up here with you. I can't be deafened.
Yeah, actually, we are in a dome. Maybe it's not the best idea.
So,
The
do you
noise would. Yeah.
the horn will shatter this, since it's magical and that? But
It's
didn't we
nothing
just
but
try
ice
something
crystals.
that
Do we have a scroll of what's it called? Knock? Do we use that?
use that?
Use that.
Damn it!
We can have a crack at the horn of blasting, but I would recommend the stand well back.
Well, I think we're in a dome, so the noise is going to deafen us no matter where we stand.
I
So
know,
you,
you go downstairs.
you didn't want to go back down while
Down
we
the
did
road.
that?
I think
George
so.
will stay up here. Even George could blow the horn in if you want to, because he can't get deafened.
We've got one more. Oh, you don't. No, it's one eye. That's right.
One eye, no ears.
Yeah.
Ouch.
What are you going to lose next? It'll be a running gag.
So do you reckon that's what we do? We can give Dorge the
Maybe
horn of
that should be our last ditch effort. Maybe we should try think of something else first, if we can. But
George is going to knock on it and try and catch the.
Yeah.
The
Speak to the
idea
doors.
of speak to the swords. Hey,
Or-
sword.
Could we
Sword,
go and
yeah.
ask our guide downstairs how we might get past this barrier? See if
The
he has any
guard
idea.
Everlast is actually projecting up there. Look, I
Uh-huh.
have two prime directives. Number one is to restore Yithrin to its previous glory, which has proved to be rather cumbersome. Now, the prime directive is not to reveal the secrets of the city. So I'm not able to help you this. It is simply impossible with my current programming.
Professor Orb.
I
Same
have
question.
no idea. I mean, Whimsy, make another Arcana check.
16.
This is a Wall of Force spell you deduce, And you share the following information.
Okay.
That'd be spelled. Don't have disintegrate. How to use
Disintegrate
messy
is like a 9th level spell, so no.
Yeah, exactly. So we're trapped.
So we could have go beneath it.
Or something is having to concentrate on it, and it says only 10 minutes. So
Yeah,
something
maybe,
is
but there's a
possible.
lot of living spells.
Ah,
Shall we go downstairs and smash a hole while I... How long is fight? 1 minute?
How long is what, sorry?
Flight.
Oh, the
10
light
minutes.
cantrip.
No, flight. Fly.
Ah, flight, an hour, I think.
Oh, yeah, cool. So George is going, guys, we break through the floor over here. I'm willing to smash a hole through here from underneath.
Thinking about that glowing green crystal roughly the size of human fist is set into the arch above it. I don't have telekinesis or anything like that. I reckon that has something to do with this wall of force.
I think magic
Almost
is
definitely.
the answer though, of some description.
George flies underneath and it takes a big swing at the roof in that other room.
Uh-huh. You chip out a few stones of it. Maybe if you did this for another 3-4 months, you might be able to dig a hole.
Shawshank.
What does Dorj do?
George comes back. Not going to work. I'll fall out of the sky first.
and I take it that our magic users don't have any of the cantrips for manipulating earth or rock, shape rock.
No, I do not, unfortunately.
Tricky.
So try to cast a minor illusion
Uh-huh.
of footsteps. How far away is it? If I go there, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Can I do it in the air? Create the sound of an image or an image of an object within range that lasts for the duration. The illusion also ends if you dismiss it as an action. You can create the sound while in range and whisper to a scream. It can be a voice. So I'm going to create a fluttering bird.
Yep.
Just here around by the if I stand here 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yep. Just in front of the emerald. Create a fluttering bird.
Okay.
Trying to tempt those swords into taking a whack at it.
They do not.
Huh. Damn.
And you try to talk to the gem.
Give it a crack. Is there anybody within this room who can help me?
No response.
Oh. What else we got?
The only other thing maybe is going back and exploring the rest of that room.
Well, I don't imagine it would be fast, but do we think we could? Dorge's idea of making an alternate entrance or exit. Do you think if this dome doesn't extend below the surface, do you think we could dig a hole underneath it? If we collectively work, we could use a bit of acid on the rock.
Firebolting it.
I was
Which is
expecting a
ground,
riddle, but I
right
guess
next
it's
to
a
the
kind
ridge.
of puzzle.
The Everlast.
Yes.
Whimsy says to him, what does she say? She says, surely it's no secret as to who might have the key to get past this force field.
You're twisting my words. I cannot give you the solution. Sorry, the secrets of the tower are just that, secrets. I cannot reveal them to you.
What about a hint? Small hint.
Not asking for the secret, just asking for who holds the key.
Well, you're in the literal tower of Aerial Athos. This is no doubt his spell. I mean, that does not take a genius to understand.
Is it a living spell?
With a sword son.
Villain will point out, look, you're right, Whimsy, this is just a 10-minute spell. But if you cast it every day for 365 days, this spell would become permanent. So this is not a matter of waiting out 10 minutes. It's a matter of somehow breaking this force field. So far, Dolge has tried his muscles. That did not work. Whimsy tried magic. That did not work. And as we know,
Well,
it can't
then,
be
Everlast,
dispelled.
I'm sorry we cannot bring your city back to life. We must
I
leave
really-
everybody.
I really would like to help you, but it's literally impossible for me to answer this question.
What
Which
about
is
that
where we have a
brain
dilemma.
downstairs? That brain downstairs had
Been a
muscle.
regnable.
Villain says, look, as I said, the muscles hasn't worked. Magic hasn't worked. More muscles, more magic, it seems to me, would not work. Which leaves us only this green crystal here. Surely there is some type of link.
And we don't think this Veneranda might have some information and not be under a stricture to not reveal a secret.
If we wait
I-
24 hours, I might be able to get a telekinesis spell and get a hold
No.
of the
I've got
crystal.
an idea.
He has never been up here. He's never welcomed in the Tower of Irilatha, so he would not know.
I've got an
Is
idea.
is it a secret for the reason why he's not allowed into the tower?
Just say him and Irilathas had their differences.
If we tried of invisibility, I've got a charm of invisibility. If everyone goes down, and I might be invisible, then maybe it won't see me. That green thing, and so it won't have the dome on. Should we try that?
I think the dome's always on, isn't it?
Well, how do you know if we're not here to see it?
Yeah, but the green rock is the thing. Yeah.
The
So
fact that it's
fine.
been here for longer than 10 minutes would confirm my suspicion that this has been cast over the course of 365 days to make it permanent. I don't think
Okay.
it matters if we're here or not.
Cool.
I don't think I have teleport. Is an
If
option.
only there was a fire drill about now, that would probably help us get through the exits and entrances.
Thunderstep. Teleport yourself to Oh, okay, maybe Thunderstep. Well,
Why don't you try it,
if
Whimsy?
worst comes to worst, we wait around for 24 hours.
Yeah, no, but
And I
20
just change my spells.
thousands of years, I don't think it's on a timer.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. We just wait around 24 hours. I get a new spell, one of them being Thunderstep, and then I teleport
don't
through.
have it.
I don't have any of that sort of stuff. Or
And we do have the
telekinesis.
Horn of Blasting. That is a thunderous thing.
It is, but do we also
What's strange?
did someone used to have Misty Step, or have we lost
Yeah, I
somebody
thought
Misty
I said
Step?
it.
I thought
Actually had
Paladin was capable of doing a Misty Step.
yeah, right.
Ah. Is she?
Who?
I'm just looking her up now.
Seem to remember at one point
Nymph.
Nymph
Or
doing a
Felon.
Misty Step.
Oh, that's right. She leapt onto the back of the dragon with Misty Step.
Or was that a jump?
Yeah, it was a jump, a big leap.
No, someone Misty Step recently. Well, comparatively recently.
Although I'm wondering if this barrier would prevent a Misty Step through it. It would seem.
I have the spell, guys. I can try.
Yes.
And if worse comes to
Yep.
worse, what do? We've got 24 hours to come up with another spell, and we get a long rest.
I reckon she tries it.
And she Misty Step like directly so that she can grab that emerald immediately before those things attack her and smash that thing to let us out so that we can all attack the blades when they attack her.
Do you want me to try that, guys?
Yeah, try it.
Yeah.
Okay, so she casts Misty Step. And woof, oops. Vroom, she appears right before these two living blades. And can everybody please
Roll.
roll for initiative?
Yeah.
Oops. We'll
Ooh,
do
Initiative.
Roll for initiative. Where are we? Actions. Initiative.
I hadn't clicked on mine. I'm a 16 as well.
You're a 10.
Sorry, who's 16?
Garrett.
George? Oh, Garrett.
I thought I had
Garrett is
done mine.
turned. You're a 16,
didn't
not a
appear.
26? Okay. Oh, no,
11 to
that's
11.
so I'm confused. Garrett is. Where is. Garrett. Add turn 16. Okay. Chug. Chug. Okay, so yeah, you see these weird living magical thing starts taking swings at Nymphadora. What do you do, Tarvin?
Yeah. So there's still a barrier, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she didn't get her turn after the Misty Step, Misty Step to grab that emerald.
Oh, there's two living blades in the way. It's not that easy. She
Okay.
can't teleport where they are.
That's what they're protecting.
Sorry, does Misty Step allow you to grab someone? No.
Don't think so.
No.
Nope, just yourself. It's Dimension Door, I think, that you're thinking of.
Yep.
Tarvin, surrounded by the barrier. What do you do?
Yeah, I don't know. There's nothing I can do. It's frustrating. I want to jump in there, but I can't.
Thinking about
Um,
what
Here, I
to do.
suppose.
You pause, not sure what to do. Garrett, what do you do?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to prepare the action to fire at them, although I can't fire yet. If the barrier drops, I would like to fire an arrow with my one-eyed style, which will be at disadvantage.
We can say that I rushed it a bit just to try and get through things. But Tarvin, do you prepare an action as well?
Yes, I do.
Kingsport waddles.
arrow.
An arrow prepared villain prepares a chill touch. Dorge, what do you do?
I'm going to prepare a javelin.
Prepare a javelin. Whimsy.
And we're all focusing on the one. So, yeah.
Whimsy's going to prepare a web spell to try and stick them to the wall.
Okay, cool. So get ready. This is this living blade of disaster sees Nymphadora appear, and they start animating. They're swinging on their own accord, and as it lands, Nymphadora lands before him. It's going to take use its reaction to do a preemptive strike and slash at Whimsy. First one misses. The second preemptive strike swings as well. That's going to be a 25, which will hit Whimsy for...
Nymph or Whimsy?
Oh, this person here.
No.
18,
Right.
Oh. 18 or higher, no. Okay, so first hit carves across Whimsy, takes 21 points of damage from their preemptive strike. Now it's their actual turn, and they're going to try attack twice with the Force Blade. One's a... No, that's not going to... One's going to hit for 28 points of damage. Nymphadora says, oh, what do I do, guys? It's right there. Tell me what to do.
Grab it.
Grab it if she
Catch
can.
up with
They're
the
right
one.
there.
Can she throw a trident at it
Ah,
with the green emerald?
She can
And if she's got a
certainly
bonus
try.
action, she can lay on hands herself.
Well, I'm gonna go for the crystal, guys, and she takes a +2 trident, gives it a throw, and an 18. Let me just check the stats on this. Okay, so she throws a trident, and it smashes into the crystal, and whoop, the force field disappears around you.
Yeah.
So let's just go in initiative order for prepared action. So we'll just go through it like this. So Tarvin, what do you do? Prepared action.
Yeah. I don't think my bow's going to work actually on second thought. But I'll cast Hunter's Mark on the one on the left. This one here, if that works.
Okay, so that'll be your reaction to cast Hunter's Mark on that one. Then we'll come
Yeah.
back to your actual turn after this. Garrett, you're firing an arrow with one
Yep,
eye.
at distance. Here we
Yep.
go. Oh dear. 13.
13 misses. Okay,
Yeah,
so
okay,
Kingsport didn't do anything. Villain is going to cast your Chill Touch spell. Chill Touch. Come on, Villain. That'll hit. Doing 9 points of necrotic damage to these things. Make sure. No, 9 points of damage to it. Dorge, you're throwing a javelin, I believe?
Yeah, I'm throwing a javelin at disadvantage because I'm blinded.
One-eyed at least.
Yeah. Actions. Javelin, so control.
13 is a miss, so that's your prepared action. Whimsy, what were you doing?
Gonna get a web in there if I can to try and stick those two things to the wall or the ceiling. While trying her best to avoid Nymph. So Whimsy will scream in Nymph's ear to drop to the floor.
Okay. She'll try
And
to
here
do
comes
that.
a web.
So it's a 20-foot cube.
She's gonna use the ceiling and the wall that the swords are closest to, that the blades are closest to try and stick them to it.
Oh, feel free to adjust that to where you want it.
Like it kind of like that if possible, but the roof being the major.
Sure, so
If
like
at a
that?
Diagonal, if you, yeah,
Like
try and
that?
avoid. Yes,
Yep.
please.
Okay, we'll lock that in there. So you cast web. Woof. Conjure
I'll put it up.
solid masses. Each creature that starts its turn. Okay, so nothing actually happens yet. It'll be on their turn where we'll resolve this, but the goes up. That's all your prepared action. Now, Nymphadora, it's her actual turn. She doesn't have her trident.
She's got a spear though. Oh, I've got a spear.
Needs to heal herself back up then.
Okay, she'll do that. She'll use her lay on hands to restore 45 hit points back into herself. So, guys, get over here. Tarvin, now it's your actual turn.
Did you use 40 in case she needs to raise someone up so that she has at least a 1 hit point to give to us?
Oh, sure. She'll do one
Okay,
less.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
She's at 1 pull.
Okay.
Now actual turn order. Tarvin.
All right, cool. Is this my first turn or? Yes.
Yeah.
No? Hmm.
I
Let me
don't know.
just
Let's
read
go
that
with
up.
50-50. 1 to 3, it's your first turn. Yep. So feel free to use your Dread
Cool.
Ambusher thing.
Excellent. Okay, here we go. Yes. How's that?
That hits.
Hunter's mark. And where is it? Okay, that's the first attack. Ooh.
Okay. So, yeah, that hits as well. So 12, 18 on that one. 9, another 11. That hits as well. Nice.
One.
Boom.
Not very good at damage rolls, though.
Oh, because arrow after fire and land into this living blade of disaster. Okay, you're going to stay there, Tarvin? You're going to move?
I'll stay here.
Okay, Garrett.
All right. Well, let's just have a quick. Well, I think we're 35 feet. I've got 40 movement. Anyway, so I will move up into melee range.
Okay.
And I will cross blades with these blades. I don't know how that
Okay.
works.
Blade
Anyway.
on blade action. All right.
The one directly south to me that's already
Yep.
suffered some damage.
24 hits. It has taken damage. That'll be 10 points. Got it.
Okay, and then a second attack.
Hits as well.
Only 6
7.
that time.
Only 6. Cool.
No, you only get the Colossus on the first successful
Yep.
attack.
Yep.
Please,
Okay.
no.
It's still up.
Okay, that's my turn.
And Kingsport waddles in the back. This is not his jam. Villain is going to cast Chill Touch. And, oh dear, Villain, not good. It's a natural one. She too retreats back to the edge here. Dorge.
Yeah, I'm gonna rage.
You can still fly too.
Oh, can I fly?
I haven't dropped concentration on it. I think you got 10
Rage.
minutes.
Yeah, I'm gonna rage. Fly over to here. Hitting
Okay.
this one. This is the one with damaging, right?
Yep.
Yeah, cool. And so he's gonna do it recklessly.
Okay.
May as well. So that's an advantage for me, right?
Yep.
Oh.
20. Okay, it only has 2 hit points left, so you carve through it and it kind of dissipates into nothingness.
Okay. And in which case, he's still got movement. So he's going to go. Because he went 1, 2, 3. So he can go 4, 5, 6, 7,
Walking
8.
around
Yeah.
Nymphadora, avoiding the web.
Yeah.
Okay,
And then he gets another hit.
he does.
And
I
he's
can
already
try.
attacking recklessly.
13. It's a terrible roll. 13 is a miss.
Oh well.
Mind,
Okay.
got rid of one of them, which is good. Whimsy.
Whimsy will throw. I don't want to firebolt it yet, otherwise it'll burn up the web. So she will 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She'll move to here and throw a dagger at the thing.
Okay. Dagger, sure.
20.
Dagger hits. Nice.
Oh, right. Do that more often. And a mighty 4 points of damage. Have at you, blade.
Okay. Done. Nice. Dagger. Cool. Is that your turn, Whimsy?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah,
I've
yeah.
lost one of my living blades of disasters, but they were acting. Oh, because it's dead. That's why I've lost it. Okay, so this thing winds up and
Is the trap?
it's going to use this
on my web.
preemptive strike on Nymphadora. And by the way, I don't need to roll for the web because I have this ability called Unfettered. I'll just paste it in there so it's not. Oh, sorry, that's
Okay.
too much.
Alright.
Copied too much.
Didn't
Just look
read
at that
it.
last bit. The living spell can move through any magical barrier, even a wall of magical
Wall of
force. So it's not affected at all by the web. The preemptive strike misses, but then it's going to take the force second attack. Ugh. And let's see. It gets up a horrendous thing, and as it hits, whoosh! Nymphadora takes 97 points of damage and it just collapses down on the ground.
Fuck?
Whoa. Whoa. No, it's turn.
Nymphadora can make a death saving throw.
Yeah.
See if I can
Um,
do it.
and let's have a look. 15, 18 even, one success. That's Nymphadora's turn. Tarvin, your turn.
Yeah, well, I'll use my bonus action to move Hunter's Mark to this one.
Okay, sure. Just bamps over to the other side. Nice.
Nice. Yep, cool. And a couple of shots. Oh, that's...
14 does hit.
Oh, wow. So that's it.
Yeah, 14 is its armor class, yep. 12. Another 6. Got it. And that one hits as well. So 10 plus
Come on. Well, 1.
11. Okay, arrows fly across. It's kind of an easier shot with Nymphadora bleeding out on the ground there, but well done, Tarvin. By the way, yeah. Just so you know, when the thing rolls an 18 or higher on a d20, it does an additional 12d12 damage. So its crits are amazing. Okay, Tarvin, shoot your arrow. Do you stay where you are?
Yep.
Garrett, you see Whimsy fall before you. What do you do?
I think I'll cast a Cure Wounds on her. Well,
Okay, so 10 hit points back. Go away. Okay, Nymphadora coughs and she's back on her feet. Is that your turn, Garrett?
I don't think I'm going to try and disengage from that thing. I think I'll stay where I am at the moment. That's
Okay.
fine.
King Sport hides in the corner. The villain fires off a chill touch, which does hit this time, doing 11 necrotic damage. Dorge?
Yeah, he's going to attack recklessly.
Just before you do that, it's going to use its reaction again to do a preemptive strike to try and hit you with its force blade, but it misses with an 8. So that's its reaction gone, and yes, 17 hits.
Okay, add +3 to this.
Okay, because of your rage, sure. So 17
so
points of
17.
damage. Okay, still standing.
And then you get take another swing. Ugh.
That misses 13. No good.
Mhm.
Okay, Whimsy.
She'll send a firebolt into this
Yeah,
thing.
burn it.
Okay, firebolt.
There's a web
Cool.
there too, so even if she misses, she might hit.
Web?
Yeah, at least. Just
14
hits.
just hits, yes.
And... Oh, terrible roll.
Oh, it
But does
survives.
the web go up?
But the webs, do the webs catch fire?
They do 2d4 damage if they do catch fire, I think.
It says in the spell, any 5 foot
I
cube of
guess
webs
it does.
exposed
Yeah,
to
roll
5
2d4.
Alright. 4 more points damage.
And Fortunately, that's just enough to kill it. It had 4 hit points left after the other thing, but it gets consumed by the web, and the web grows up in flame, and the thing just falls apart and goes down.
Oh, that web was worthwhile in the end.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was useless to start with, but then it did quite well. Well done.
Should she cast a heal on herself?
Oh yeah, she'll pump some healing into herself. We'll
And there's
we'll cast a
Tarvin
couple of
and-
first level cure wounds. 8, 10.
Should we even take a short rest?
Well, remember, I've got some cure wound spells as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
So-
Because she can use them for smites.
Okay, so 40, 46. Okay. She's
How's
at
that making her
56 of 87 now.
All right, well, I'll just throw another one. 7. And
Okay.
what the hell, one more. Without a first level
15.
spell.
Whoops.
Ooh.
I can't remember. Let's say she's on 80. I did something wrong. Okay, she's almost at full hit points.
Yeah,
Good enough. Dorge loses his.
That's rage. Yep.
Yeah.
Nymphadora stands up.
this door, these portals in front of us, again, are they simple oaken doors, or
Yep,
are we
simple
looking again?
oak doors. Yep.
Tasteful. Do we have a look for any perceived magical trap or trip?
Sure, make a perception check if you like on the door. Yep, looks perfectly safe.
And
On
was
this
he do an
side?
arcana check on it for magical traps, maybe?
Sure. Seems like a perfectly normal door.
Dorge steps up to it
Uh-huh.
and opens it.
So you look through here and there's 8 doors. Oh, George. There was no magical trap on the door, but on the floor behind the door there is a trap.
Is it something that I can see?
Let's have a look.
Good eye.
Well, first of all, is it a dex save? Because that's the only time that matters.
No, it's a con save. You'll
Okay.
get Nymphadora's bonus, so make me a constitution save.
Yeah. So,
So 21 with Nymphadora's thing. You stand on it, you feel your body rigidly going up. This magical light. So it's a magical trap, but you managed to avoid it, Dorch.
cool. And he steps back, grabs the javelin off the ground, and taps it to see if it sets it off again.
No, you tap it with a javelin. Nope.
I did it, guys. I disarmed the trap.
Okay.
Don't get the rogue, send the barbarian.
Your mum would be so proud.
Dorch,
So
you
he walks
continue
in.
through?
Yep.
Make me
Should we
another
check for more traps,
constitution
maybe?
saving throw, please.
Pardon?
Make me another constitution
Another
saving
con.
throw.
Oh, goodness.
13
plus
plus
16.
16 is enough.
It's sweet. And George throws some pebbles all around him. This square, this square, this square, this square.
Okay. Yep. Nothing
Anything happen?
happens.
All right. Guys, I think I've cleared a path.
Still not going to try walking over it. Maybe jump over it.
Right.
Sure, as long as your strength is at least 10, you can jump over it.
George takes another step forward.
Yep, no problem.
It's safe here. And then he
Nymphadora
takes a
jumps
step to
over.
the right. Oh, okay, cool.
Whimsy will
Villain
jump
jumps
over.
over. Kingsport waddle / flies over.
Oh, Torch could have flied.
Oh
true.
god.
So lining these walls are 8 doors, each marked with a different arcane symbol. On the wall above them is etched an inscription in Draconic, and those who
Yes.
can speak Draconic will see that it says this, except with an S in front of it.
It's utterly.
Speaking the master's name, so if we find Taruth, the abjuration symbol, we could say Taruth. We all remember that one at least.
Yeah.
We don't have to go back and look up the others. So symbol-wise, do we recognise the abjuration sigil on
This one.
any of these doors? So
Does George want to try or Nymph try talking the name of Taruth on the edge? Whichever one it was, transmutation.
Abjuration.
I can.
This
Abjuration.
one. Right in front of you. Right there.
All right.
I'm there. Abjuration spells, just remind me again, what sort of magics are those? That's
Sure.
the protection wardings and stuff like that, isn't it? I can never remember the right way around.
Abjuration
Like, or
is
detect magic.
deliver us from evil. Designed primarily for protection and shielding. So examples would be dispel magic, shield, dispel evil and good, greater restoration, things like that. So protection.
The rest of us should step back 30 feet. 31 feet.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'm reasonably healthy, so I will speak Hi Abjura Taruth. I'm in front of the door.
Okay. You open the door.
And I will enter, attempt to enter the room.
Oomph. You see this corridor before you.
Okay. Do I want to do a 10-foot jump to here? Given what we did with the last doorway?
Would
I
you can
think
fly over? I don't know how much time you've got left on it. It's a 10-minute spell.
Well, anyway, I'm going to do a 10-foot jump to that, going over those two. Sorry, I'm not clicking on them. That one and that one. I don't want to stand on that one and that one. I want to get to there.
You see those sparkly things?
Yeah,
Over here?
I'll tell you what the sparkly things are when I get there.
You jump across there. Feel free to progress as normally. And you see a vortex of glowing stars hangs in the inside of the chamber, slowly rotating on its axis. As the constellation moves, they cast radiant starlight across the wall. 8 high-backed chairs, each bearing a different arcane symbol, face this starry miasma.
And nothing untoward has happened to me so far.
Nope.
I'm going to just okay. I'm going to say, seems fine, guys. Come on through.
George will go for high transmuter Metaltra
Okay.
through the transmutation.
Well, let's say
Any
for
other names
argument's
that can be
sake,
remembered?
it's this
I've got
one
it-
here. You're
I've
going to
got
go
it
through
all
this
on
one,
there.
George.
Yep, sure.
So you speak the name, match it with a symbol, and step through there. Yep, no problem.
Yeah, cool. I'll put them in the chat.
Cool.
That's what I was doing.
Oh, okay. And Whimsy will go through the High Evoker Zadlis, looking for the Evoker door.
Okay, let's say it's
that
this one over here to the right.
Okay.
This one, so feel
So
free to walk through
jump
that one,
across.
Whimsy.
Okay. There's a door there. She's not happy with that. She's going to go there.
George is going to step up to about there. Cool. Misty.
I'll just do I'll go through the illusionist door. High illusionist Ajamar.
Assume that's on the far right. Far left, sorry. So whatever.
Okay.
You pass through the illusion door.
Yeah.
Just for argument's sake, it doesn't really matter. Yeah. So you see this glowing thing. You see a library over here, and you see and over here you see a 10-foot spindle of grey stone hovers upright and rotates slowly inside the circular chamber. All around it, the surfaces of the rooms are cracked as though some terrible energy once coursed through them.
So these chairs, which I assume are the chairs of the High Mages, I would like to go and examine the first one and see, looking for, has it got the sigils of the different
Yep.
magic orders?
Yep.
Or anything else unusual about the chair?
They're obviously arranged to represent all schools of magic.
There's certain high transmuters. Mutations.
So you're going to sit in the transmuter?
Yep,
chair?
that's the door I came through.
Sure, you sit in it and that's it. Nothing obviously happens.
Just looking into the starry vortex thing, anything kind of noticeable that stands out amidst it?
You look around and you study it and you notice a strange phenomenon. A dark star is in a position where no known stars exist today. And you find this very ominous. Make me an intelligence saving throw, Whimsy.
Uh-oh.
Oh, did you roll? You rolled a 3.
Great.
Mm.
Plus 3 is 6. I rolled a 6. Don't laugh. That's awesome.
That's going to whisper be something to you, Whimsy. There are cursors, and then there's this one. To gain that floor. Didn't quite copy it right. This villain heads to the library, which is not surprising, consider she likes... Yeah, this is what she was here for. What are the rest of you guys doing?
Yeah, see what's down here.
And I'm going to go and keep an eye on Villain. I'm going to follow and see what she's looking for or at.
Okay, make her a perception check. Or insight, your choice. You see she's going through these scrolls looking for someone's, and she says, oh, this one looks very interesting. She tucks it and puts it in her backpack.
So she's taken a scroll. Would it be a magical scroll?
It would be fairly safe to assume that yes.
She's taking a thing.
Just quietly, without saying it in front of her. The wording of our original deal was that she was to be able to select a magical item or
Yep.
any magical items.
It's a magical item when she's laid claim to the staff.
Ah, but so what's the scroll? Not just the first ones that she's claimed something. Okay.
Yep, she just saw a scroll on the shelf and tucked it into her backpack.
Okay. Where did Kingsport go? He's still around?
He's around, yep.
Okay. And the Professor Orb has shown no interest in the library?
I'll say he's searching with the villain, because this is kind of his jam as well.
Whimsy will head across to the library. I didn't realize that was the library.
Yep.
Looking for scrolls as well.
Okay.
Scrolly.
So most of the books have been littered the floor, been ruined by centuries of disuse. So you look through the tomes, you see Villain tuck this scroll into her backpack, but you do find one particular interesting phrase in a piece of these tattered remains, and that's what it says, like on a piece of tattered scroll.
That's the Evan star in the center of the room.
So shall we sit down again?
Yeah,
do,
I
we have the
wonder.
do we have the goblet on us?
Are they specific chairs though, like the doors? Do they match the doors?
Yeah, there's yeah.
Yeah.
Are there enough of us?
It says at least 3, doesn't it?
Yep.
No, mate. Oh, yeah.
Those that were empowered by the goblet in the House of the Arcane. Did anyone remember drinking from goblets, or have I missed a trick?
No, I don't.
Just checking. You never actually went to the House of the Arcane.
No, I know we got some sort of magical gifts from the when we were in that forest glade.
Yeah, no. The House of the Arcane, is that the thing that had the guardians?
Whimsy will be looking through the library for a local map book, local map scroll.
The House of the
Nope.
Arcane.
I mean,
Oh, was that the
you did
thing
not
that
go
was
to the
standard?
House of the Arcane. You did not drink from a goblet.
Okay.
But
I know
Villain
there was
says,
the
well,
one
I
that
am
we
a
didn't go as well.
necromancer. I will sit here.
Right. Okay. Cool.
With that in mind, she will sit in the evoker chair, wherever the Whimsy will sit in the evoker chair, wherever that is.
We'll say it's there, for argument's sake.
Okay.
I'll take the abjuration chair, wherever that is. Let's say there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we have enough
Well, that's
bottoms on
3.
chairs?
Yeah.
You haven't been empowered by the cup. This is gonna be fun.
And this glowing
Oh,
thing
all
appears to be a
those-
doorway.
Where did it happen?
Right in the center of this starry field. It opens up into some type of portal.
Cool.
Wow. Should we head on in there?
The others can see it.
Yeah, everybody can
Can
see
we
it.
see?
Yeah.
Can we see through this portal?
Nope.
Like, so not a bunch of squiggly tentacles or anything like that?
Nope. Just a black, shiny surface, shimmering slightly. Very obviously a portal, but you don't see the other side of it.
Do we go through?
Yep.
Right. George jumps over the chairs. Leaps in.
And Whimsy will leap in as soon as Nymph does.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there's your squiggly thing. Is that a squiggly thing?
You recognize this as Irelathis, and you remember, hey, didn't we
Hey,
fight some
dude.
flame skulls a while back? How did we get rid of the flame skulls? Oh, we tipped holy water on them. That's right. If only we'd done that to Irelathis, maybe we wouldn't be having this combat. Yeah, so roll for initiative, guys. Villain.
Didn't you moved my thing again? So now I did my order. I rolled
Yeah,
a 16 again.
16 again for Garrett. Okay.
I think it's when you move us over on the maps.
It takes away it. Yeah,
Yes, that works, but 16 is fine. Nymphadora, we'll get her initiative in here. Okay, so boof, you appear in this corridor. You recognize the ghostly form of the skull-like form of Irelathis, and turns out he was expecting you, and he lets out this loud, horrible howl. Again, everybody, please make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, yeah. Are we close enough, or are you just taking it as is?
I'm gonna
come
say
through us
Nymph
over here.
stands right here in the middle because she's always wants to be at the center. So yeah, you can all get +3.
Okay.
Harvin, you resist the effects. Whimsy,
Woo!
Garrett, all good. I see Dorge. Dorge fails horribly, and you watch as Dorge falls instantly to 0 hit points.
Is it an audible thing? Do I need to be able to hear it?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Deafness saves the day.
Each
That's
creature
correct.
within that can hear the howl. You don't hear the howl, Dorge. That's amazing. You can have your 93 hit points back. And I just need to make it for Nymphadora. Constitution, she gets a +6 to this. 12. No, that's included. Nymphadora, she drops to 0 hit points.
Oh boy.
And Villain, Constitution saving throw +3 to this.
14.
George, wow, turns out poking your ears is a good idea. Getting creatures to do that is fantastic. Tarvin, so this blood-curdling howl just erupts around there. You see Nymphadora fall to the ground. Villain fall to the ground. What do you do?
Good grief. Well, yep. Okay, Hunter's Mark on this nearest one here, I think.
Wait, just a sec. Hunter's Mark on the nearest Nothic.
Yep, and we're gonna fire some arrows.
This one here.
This one.
Oh,
sorry, I missed that. This one.
This one here.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So Hunter's Mark appears on it. You take a
Ooh.
shot. 23 hits. The arrow.
Okay. The Dread Ambusher. And that's Hunter's Mark. Ah, a lowly 1.
5, 6,
Okay.
and damage for the longbow as well.
Oh yeah.
Not just the bonuses. Oh,
No,
there
no,
we go.
ignore that. Ignore that roll. Sorry, that was a laser rifle.
Okay, so 6 so far.
But yeah, 6.
Wow. Ooh, thumps into the creature.
Let me do that again. Okay, so second shot.
That hits as well. So 12 plus 15. Okay, cool. Another arrow thumps into the creature. A third one hits as well.
There
So 8
you go.
plus
Keep rolling those ones
9.
on a 6.
So the flurry of arrows thumps into the creature. It takes it though. Does not fall.
Yep, I'll stay there.
Okay, Dorge.
Understand.
Nymphadora falls at your feet. What do you do?
They can't really do anything there.
Oh, is Nymphadora down?
Yep.
She's at 0, so she's not dead, but she's not participating.
Oh, did she get hit by that thing again?
Yeah.
She got hit by the
Oh,
howl.
and that. Sorry, I didn't realize that. Can Whimsy use Tides of Chaos on her? So she gets to
Sure.
roll that again.
So there's a con saving throw again.
Oh, how
for
much does she
Nymphadora.
fail by?
Oh, only a couple.
Oh, in that case, I'll use. All right.
I shot a 12.
Yeah.
Well, you don't know what the DC is. I'm not going to tell you.
Exactly.
What did you
So-
roll when you've succeeded? No.
I rolled deaf.
Right. Yeah, she'll. No, she'll. She will bend luck. So that's 2 sorcery points,
Which is a reroll.
which is a D4 bonus.
Okay. Now I'll tell you that the difficulty class is 15. So you need a
Ah,
3
so it's
or a
not-
4 on
Oh,
your
right.
D4.
50-50.
50.
Pretty much the same odds.
Oh, so I'll do that for it, or
Yeah, you roll the
Yeah,
D4,
yeah,
Albert.
done.
and-
okay, he
Hope
comes
you
to
get a
3 or
3 or
4. Come
4.
on.
Yay! So she makes a saving throw, so she doesn't get the howl, so she's
Sorry, I
back at 4
didn't
hit
realize
points.
she'd gone down.
Yeah, well, that's a good move. Nice. So Nymphadora is in the game. Villain is still down and out.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. As you were, Dorge, what do you do?
Oh, Villain's down.
George, I'm gonna run across to here, and bonus action, rage. I'm gonna do it recklessly. And here we go. Sure that hits.
Yep.
+3. So,
So
13.
George, you won, and you are raging, but that was reckless as well, right?
Yep.
Okay, so 13 points of damage as you put the Maul of Dragon Slam, start crushing this thing. The second one hits as well. You furiously
Another 13.
attack, so that's another 13 damage.
And I'm just going to move him up 1 square.
Okay.
So just
Boom.
push him up 1.
Oh yeah, I was expecting a third attack, but no, that's cool. Okay, so yeah, miraculously you're back on your feet, thankfully, because you can't hear shit. Villain is going to stay on the ground. Right, the one right next to you, Garrett, this Nothic creature, is going to... can you make me a Constitution saving throw, please, Garrett? And you can have +3 to this. Oh, that's not good enough. So that's not the worst. You take 3d6 necrotic damage. Well, good roll though. So, oh no, so you take what's that? 11 points of necrotic damage as it uses its rotting gaze against you. This Nothic is just going to use its claws, both of them at advantage with the Raging Barbarian. Or was it 21 and a 23, Dorge?
Both of those hit.
So 16 slashing reduced to 8 because of your raging. And Garrett. Was Garrett in there twice?
No, you were just chopping me up. That was all.
Okay.
That's different.
Attack
Right.
me.
Well then, might as well have at it with the rapier.
Okay.
Nice.
Take a
Other one
slash
to
with the
my
rapier
right.
against the Nothic. Ooh, that's going to miss horribly.
Okay. Right. Let's see if we can. The second shot was any better.
Second shot is much better. So 9 points of damage. 9 is exactly what it has. So that's a little... and falls to the ground dead.
Is it faint riposte?
Stay
I might move, and I will head over this way. Yeah. I assume these
Okay.
stairs are going up a raised platform.
Yep. And at the end of Garrett's turn, Iralathus is going to use a legendary action to move here. He's hovering just 10 feet off the ground, but he is up in the air. Okay. All right, Whimsy. Best Ben
Good
luck
turn.
ever, by the way. Amazing.
Yeah, it's really useful. Whimsy will move forward 1. She's going to tell Nymph that she can heal with her potion. That I can heal that lady who does nothing with my potion, so don't worry about her. And she will twin haste on because she can touch Tarvin and she can touch these two, so she will haste these two with a twin on it.
Okay, the only slight thing that means is Dorge can no longer fly.
Yeah, fly. So
Okay.
she drops fly. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you cast haste. Nice.
Yep. And where's my haste spell? Oh yeah, I'll just do that, and hopefully I don't screw up. Here we go.
You've
The
done
opposite
very
of screw
well
up.
on those rolls.
One terrible one, and I think one that, and a couple that haven't been too bad.
Okay.
Otherwise, and that's her, and she will sneak as far away from Iralathus as she can, and duck behind Tarvin once she's done that.
That was a very good duck, because I can have everybody. Hey, I'll show you the area of effect. I kind of hid it for you, not to give it away. But that was a very sensible move, Whimsy, as you are now outside the spell's range. But everybody else, can you please make me a Constitution saving throw?
Is that to do with hearing?
Oh no.
Nope. No, it's not a hearing thing. So Tarvin, that's a fail.
Yep.
Dorge, that's a success. Garrett, that's a success.
Oh,
And Nymphadora, it's rolling terribly. That's a fail. And okay, so everybody that failed, so Tarvin and Nymphadora, you take 3d this much damage. Oh dear, 6 points of damage, but that is permanent damage. You cannot
Oh,
heal
not
above
again.
that. So 6 points of permanent damage. Okay, now it's Irilathus's turn again. Whimsy, roll me a d6.
D6. Yoink.
Don't
No,
roll a 5
6.
or a 6.
Oh.
Another howl. Dorge, you do not need to make this. And also not Whimsy. But everybody else, please make me a Constitution saving throw. Start with Nymphadora. Con save.
He's got an awesome con. She shouldn't be going down.
Yes, that's better.
Yeah, that's success. That's a success.
All right.
And who are we missing? Dorge.
I don't need to.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't need to.
Whimsy?
Okay. So it howls.
Out of range.
You guys are all unaffected by it. Then he hovers back over here. Okay.
It's got haste.
Yeah, Nymphadora is hasted. And she's
She
going to
should go up and smash it
scream
and
over to
smack
this
it.
guy here.
Tarvin.
She's
Should
gonna
she go to the dead first? Because she
What's
can
that?
smash the undead. She's got haste.
She can really smash this guy up.
Because she can
Ah.
smite him.
Well, let's see.
He's
Your
undead.
walking speed is 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10,
And she gets the
15,
extra
25, 30. Yeah,
for
she can
haste.
get up there with her haste. She rushes up there. No, she had to use her... She
Hasted
moved
action.
there. Then she had to use her action to get there.
That all would be.
So let's
She
start
would
again.
use her hasted action to get there.
Yes, she uses a hasted action to get there. But
So
she
she's
still
got a
has
full
her
round
attacks
action
to
on
do it.
attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she can still do 2 attacks.
And give him some smite.
Oh, of course. Of course. So let's see if she hits first. 1. 24 is gonna hit. We'll do a 2 attacks first. 15 is going to miss. Yep. So first of all, damage from the trident. 12 damage. And then she's going to smite. I can't imagine why she wouldn't do a 3rd level smite. So let's see, that'll be 3d8, 4d8, 5, 6d8 damage on top of that. The Unholy Avenger, or the Holy Avenger, just does an absolute number on Irilathus.
46.
Okay, nice. At the end of Nymph's turn, Irilathus is going to take a legendary action. It is going to fly up to the ceiling. And no, this does not evoke an attack of opportunity. So it's hovering right at the top down. Nymph does a few token swings at it, but doesn't manage to get it. Obviously
Even if
not
she has
like...
Sentinel.
Well, since his moves doesn't evoke attack of opportunities, I'm going to say Sentinel doesn't work. This Nothic sees Garrett over there, swings over to Garrett, brings out its claws, makes 2 claw attacks against Garrett. One's a natural 20 Garrett, and the other's a 16. So I think that'll be 1 hit for 10 points of slashing damage, Garrett. Tarvin.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll move my Hunter's Mark as a bonus action onto... We'll help Garrett out, this guy here.
Shoot the skull. Because we can't reach him. You're the good range dude.
You take out the tank. because us small fellas can handle the Nothics probably.
All right. So Hunter's Mark on the skull then.
Okay. That hits.
Oh, what does haste do?
Gives you two doubles your actions and movement is what I want to say. I'll put it up for you.
If you knew
It
what, you
gives
can
you
take
another
2
haste
attacks. You can now
action.
take 3 attacks.
Okay. All right.
13. Got it.
Terrible.
Another 8. And another...
Oh, and you got +2 to your armor class as well.
Ah, cool. That's good.
Ugh. Okay, arrows after arrows fly into this creature. Okay, at the end of your turn, Tarvin is going to take a legendary action. And... Fedora needs to make a con save, which she passes, so no net effect. He does something, doesn't work. Dorge, your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna move around to here and I think that's it. And then just wail on this dude recklessly.
Okay. First reckless swing with your Maul of Dragon Slang hits.
Okay, cool. Okay, 3 to bonus. It's not a big deal.
16 points of damage. Okay, it's still standing, but only just. Okay, your rage damage will do more than enough. It had 3 hit points left, so it falls to the ground.
And then George is going to run over here. So he gets 40 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And just
Okay.
be ready to help.
Okay,
Garrett.
cool. A villain will do nothing. Garrett.
Right, I don't think we need to bring out the horn of blasting yet, so rapier attack to the Nothic.
Okay. That hits. Yep, 8 points of slashing damage. Got it. And that hits again. The 21 for another 10 points of damage.
Superb.
Okay, is that your turn?
Well, I'll move one further step further up
Okay.
here. I'm still within range, I think. Yep.
A creature appears behind Nymphadora. This is a living demi-plane. If you want to know what a living demi-plane looks like, it kind of looks like this. See a very fuzzy outline. And okay, so Nymphadora needs to make a dexterity saving throw. And this thing tries to engulf her, but she manages to avoid it. Nothing else. She's hasted, so +3 to her armor class. But at the end of... Oh, no, Whimsy, your turn.
Yeah, Whimsy's gonna try and sidekick lance this dude. He's probably got super freaking saving throws, but oh man, it's an intelligence save as well, and he's a high thing. Nah, she won't do that. She will try. I might have to try and help you guys instead, just to be effective in some way.
Demi-plane.
Were you going to say for them?
Yeah, I'll get around to that. Don't worry.
I'm bleeding out here.
Just
Please
man.
hurry. She's not actually.
It's under control. It's under control. It's under control. Move there, and yeah, I'll have a go at the. Oh, did I have that spell? No, I thought I. Yeah, no, I had gotten rid of it. You dick. In that case, she will. Yeah, psychic lance It's the best thing she can do. She'll have a crack at psychic lancing this dude here.
Okay, what's the save?
Save is 16 intelligence.
16 intelligence. Or was it 28?
28. No worries.
Let's take half damage.
And then she'll let me double check that. I think it is half damage. Yes. Psychic damage is incapacitated until. Whoops. I think she just.
I actually
ignores
forget
it.
about it. She's immune to psychic, so no, the Demilich doesn't work. It's immune to
Right.
psychic. So,
Okay.
So
Good to
regardless,
find
at the
And
end
they
of your
all- she'll
turn,
hide
Whimsy,
again.
she
Mhm.
starts floating down to the
Yeah, I was waiting
south.
for it.
Since you did so well, Whimsy, roll another d6.
Uh,
Don't roll a 5 or a
oh,
6.
I'll do it on my stink dice. Hang on.
Stick dice.
Everybody has their stink dice. Yay!
Okay, she doesn't get her howl back. Okay, instead, can everybody make me a Constitution saving throw?
Oh, yeah,
Me
yeah.
one.
This is not as deadly, but this is
Rats.
okay, Tarvin, that's a fail. Nymphadora. No one's going to get Nymphadora's bonuses. Nymphadora
15
passes
was the
just.
Just. Oh my god, 19 was the. Whew.
So we had one failure. Actually, she's going to target a Nothic as well. Why is she doing that? Interesting question. So the Nothic fails. So...
Oh, it was necrotic damage and Nothic's love for necrotic damage?
Oh no, the Nothic's going to take it.
Oh.
It's going to take it. So, Tarvin lose 20 hit points. The Nothic is going to lose 20 hit points. And Irelathis is going to regain 40 hit points.
How
Get
far
down
up?
there, Whimsy.
I had
I mean, no.
temporary hit points, 10 of them, so.
Sure. Okay,
Cool.
but regardless, you see it's just sucking the force out of you. She hovers above it using her life drain ability. Okay, didn't get to get Howl back, so that's something. Nymphadora. Oh, wow. I don't know. What do you think the guys think when Nymphadora does? This thing is 30 feet up in the
Go
air.
hard. Just wail on that guy.
Oh, wail on the guy next to her.
Demi-lich.
Okay. Cool.
No, the Demilich thingy.
Well, it's floating
Yeah, but
30
he's
feet up in the air, and I'm not sure how she could
Yeah,
get
he's
there.
30 feet. She can't reach.
Oh, right.
Yeah, hit the demi plane.
Okay. First swipe with her trident +2. 20 hits. Let me just make sure. Just immune to that. She'll swing again with her trident. Hits again. So that's 24 points of damage, and she'll pump a smite into it. The living demi-plane is not, so this will just be 2d8. So she does a total of 20. She does enough to destroy the demi-plane in one mighty swing of her axe, of her trident. Then she's going to stand here and say, "Come at me, Irelathis! Me and you! We got unfinished business!" The Nothic turns around towards Dorge, will attack twice with its claws at advantage. Rolling a 22 and a 19, Dorge.
Both of those hit.
So 13 slashing reduced to 6 due to your rage. Tarvin.
Yeah, I'm going to attack the skull.
Okay.
I've still got haste, right? Or not? Yep.
Yep, you did.
Yep.
Yeah.
29 hits.
Gotta start rolling higher.
Oh, hang on.
You got-
in future, what's name's got that step? Could she have? No, don't worry. He's
Okay.
floating. No.
So first attack, second attack misses.
Mm.
And you are hasted. So you can take another shot. That one hits. Third one hits. So 11 plus 14 damage. Okay, flies across.
Chipping away.
At the end of your turn, Tarvin, Urlathus is going to take a legendary action. Everybody except Whimsy can make me a Constitution saving throw. Everybody except Whimsy make me a Constitution saving throw. Okay, Garrett.
Man, I can't. Every time.
Garrett, do you see that? No, you don't. You're blinded. Dust goes up and you can't see. You're blinded. Same thing with you, Garrett.
Not my one good eye.
You got right on the good eye. A creature. It's just a cloud of dust. This creature must all be blinded. Okay. So yeah, just cloud of dust erupts around you. Now Tarvin, who was that turn? That was Garrett's turn. No, Tarvin's turn. So it's Storage.
Yeah, cool.
Just sorry, is just Garrett blinded?
No,
Garrett
you are
and
too.
Tarvin.
Oh, okay.
Cool. George is going to wail on this thing.
Okay.
Recklessly once again.
Okay.
That hits.
That hits. Yep.
Add 3 to this. So 18.
Okay, still up.
Okay. That will hit as well.
Yeah, it has 2 hit
Add
points
3
then, so
to
your
this.
rage damage
Cool.
alone will be enough to take it down.
And then George, if he can, he wants to run up to Nymph and hand her spear back, that big spear,
Okay.
so she can at least throw the tiger.
So grabs the spear and gets ready to go.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Villain Harper will wonder what happened to her allies. Garrett, you are blind. What do you do?
I think I can speak the command on my horn of blasting, which is an area effect cone, and I know that the guy is basically southwest of me, west-southwest. So I'm going to give that a blast.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the first, the D100 to see if it blows up in my face, I suspect.
Let's have a look.
So it's 20% chance. So I'm assuming that anything under 20 means that I'm post.
Natural 1 is not what you want. Anything apart from a natural 1.
I got exactly 20.
Oh, double damage now.
So, to commands word and then blow the horn with a 30-foot cone. So let me get you a 30-foot cone.
That was lucky I went to hand that thing to Nymph.
30-foot cone. Oh, so you can point it up and get a blast on Irelathus and only Irelathus, which is assumed is what you want.
Yep. Yes.
Okay. So roll 5d6 for the horn of
What's the spell
blasting.
made?
And he gets a Constitution saving throw. Which rolls.
So it was
She rolls
Sorry,
a
it's-
5-4. If only she had legendary resistance. Oh, she does have legendary resistance. So roll your 5d6 and she'll take half of that.
So it was 22, so 11.
11. Okay. Oh, there's a 20% chance. So I thought there was a 5% chance, but you rolled high enough, I assume?
Yeah, I rolled exactly 20.
Okay, cool. Garrett, at the end of your turn, Irelathus will take a legendary action.
Nope.
And she's going to point at you, Garrett. You annoyed her. She's a she now. I think
Right.
it's supposed to be he, but I always say she now. Make a con saving throw, please, Garrett. Okay, that's enough. So no damage. He tries to suck the life out of you to reduce your maximum hit points, but it fails. Whimsy, your turn.
Okay, we'll pop out of here very briefly and fire 3 charges on the Ring of Ram.
Okay.
And hopefully hit. Nah.
Oh,
I
that's
assume
terrible.
that's a miss.
That is a miss. Yep.
Yeah. And well, that didn't work. And pop back in here. Man, don't go far back. Yep. And prepare to help Tarvin aim, like holding his elbows and pointing him in the right direction.
Erlathus uses his legendary action to move a little bit down here. Let's go with the door. Draw me a d6. You don't want a 5 or a 6.
D6. Okay,
D6.
cool.
You don't want a 5 or a 6.
2.
2. Okay. Instead, everybody can make me a con saving throw.
Is that the hound? No, it's not the hound.
Nymphadora will make a con save.
This didn't rely on sight or anything, because otherwise it would be at disadvantage for me.
No, not for a con save. Okay,
Okay.
so Tarvin, what is the DC on this? DC is that. So Garrett, Tarvin, and Nymphadora fail.
dear.
So
Is that with the +3 to Nymphadora?
Yeah, she gets it automatically.
Oh, I see.
yeah, Dodge
where
gets a
it never
bonus, so he's 24, but that doesn't really count. Okay, you'll take
Who
those
failed?
3 people. Yep, the DC's 19. So Garrett fails,
Oh,
Tarvin
get rid of it.
fails, and Nymphadora fails. You'll take 23 points of damage.
Jeez.
And 23 times 3 is 69. Okay, and you see once again all these things sucking up into Uralathus. Sorry, 23 on Nymphadora.
Yeah.
He's on. Was on. 81. Okay. All right, that's its action. Nymphadora. Nymphadora is frustrated. She's got the spear. She's going to throw the spear. Throws it and hits with the spear. Hits in the side of Uralathus, does 13 points of damage. She says, damn it! It's too high. She's going to say screw it and throw her trident as well. Trident hits and does another 13 points of damage. 26 total. And she says, damn it, I'm fast. I'm going to come around here. Just to make sure. Okay, she gets really down there. Frustrated. She's moving fast, but she can't do anything. Tarvin, your blindness has gone. Just with the way
Hey.
things worked out, your blindness has gone, as has Garrett's.
Well, now I'm mad as hell.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not hasted. Am I still hasted?
Still hasted.
Oh yeah.
10 minutes.
What's his armor class? Is that a hit?
Oh no.
That's a miss.
Dang.
That's not.
That's a hit. 9 points of piercing damage. Okay, got it.
+3.
Oh, another 3. Got it. So that's your 2
Oh,
attacks. First one misses.
3 attacks.
Oh, 3 attacks.
Third one
yes.
misses.
Third one misses with a natural 1. Okay, do you stay where you are?
Yep.
Dorge. 30 feet above you. What do you do?
What's the structure down here? What is that structure?
Actually, that's a good question.
Is it like a sunken lounge, like a 70s?
That's what it looks like to me. But then there's a door in it. Is that a door or just a big bone?
Or a ladder going up 30 feet in the air.
Trampoline.
Oh, this is a circular pit. It's descending down, and it's like a books and books and books down here.
What can I do? What I can do is I've got my rage, and so I'm gonna come down here and get into this goodness.
but throw my javelin,
Okay.
and then I throw a dagger as well.
Okay. So throw
So
the javelin.
12.
Javelin hits.
20.
Yep.
I
20.
might just. There you go. And I don't get the rage added to that, eh?
Don't think so.
Because
But
it's
5 points of
no, it's
damage.
not melee. I'm going to leave the dagger because I need to. Yeah. Anyway, cool. That's pretty much my move.
A Dorge, at the end of your turn, Irolathus will take a legendary action. And make me a con save, please. You'll all get +3 from Nymphadora. Make me a con save. Oh, fine.
24.
Completely resist the effects. Villain will take a little nap. At the end of Villain's turn, she'll do exactly the same thing. So make me another Constitution saving throw, Dorge. +3 to this roll.
Yep, sweet as.
27. Okay, Whimsy.
No, that was Garrett.
Oh, sorry, Garrett.
All right. So I've regained sight, but I've still I've regained one good eye that I've got. Correct.
Yep.
Okay. He's long away. I'm going to unsling my laser rifle. This is my last shot with the laser rifle. That's the last.
Oh, interesting.
This will be at disadvantage, though.
Okay.
Where we go? That's 24.
24 hits.
Wow.
That's radiant damage, plus if he's got any actual damage.
He
Yeah,
does.
there we go.
Okay, he's got no immunities to that, so that will be 17 points of damage.
Unfortunately, I'm now out of ammunition for that.
Okay, it lasted
your
the
close then?
campaign length almost exactly.
All right, I am going to retreat away a little bit, just to hope to avoid further damage. So I will move up to the top of this alcove. Now, I take it that this stage here is raised some 10
Yeah.
feet or so.
Yeah, exactly
This
10
area
feet.
here.
Yeah.
Oh, there we are. Fantastic. Okay.
Okay. Irolathus will stay there, but now it's his turn.
Oh, just Whimsy's turn.
Oh, sorry, Whimsy. Getting ahead of myself.
Yeah. No worries.
Whimsy.
She'll drop a because he's flying. She'll drop a fireball on him in the air.
Oh, okay.
Air burst.
Dexterity
burst, yeah.
saving throw. It fails it, but it will use a legendary resistance to choose to succeed instead. So it'll just take 13 points of damage.
Okay, and then if Tarvin lets her, she wants to whip his laser rifle off him.
Yep.
Okay, and 5, 10, 15. Drop it there for somebody to pick up and run back behind Tarvin.
Okay. Now
It's right there.
it's Irolathus' turn. Who haven't we done? Tarvin, I don't think. Roll a d6. Don't
Okay.
roll a 5 or a 6. Everybody except for Tarvin, make me a Constitution saving throw. Everybody except this person up here. Everybody except Garrett. Nymphadora,
Garrett.
that's a no.
Oh, so everyone except Garrett.
Everybody except Garrett. Yep, I don't know what I said, but everybody except Garrett. Okay, so Nymphadora takes 18 points of damage, and Irolathus gets 18 hit points back. Okay, Nymphadora, still frustrated that you can't reach. Let's see if there's any spells that we've been missing.
Can heal. She can do that heal thing.
There's a laser rifle there as well.
Oh, shit.
Oh, unless she heals and you
No, she's no guts, no glory. She's gonna fire the laser rifle. What's the plus to the laser rifle? Let's have a roll a d20. Oh, natural 20. Oh, how much does a laser rifle do?
it'd be 10.
It is 3d8 plus 3.
So that'll be
whatever her dex
68
bonus is.
plus 3.
What? She's got a 0 for a dex base. If it's a dex based weapon.
A natural 20
Wow.
is a natural 20. So,
68.
yeah, plus 3.
Yeah.
Nymphadora. How do you want to do this? How does Nymphadora do it?
I think she's like Greedo. She and Han. She shoots first, doesn't she?
Yeah.
She sprinkles a little bit of holy
I think
goodness on it.
she would have done a dive roll to pick the gun up, and as she did the dive roll, fired, shot him through the eyeball, through that, shattering the skull as his remains fall to the ground. Now,
Right.
how do we stop this creature from coming back again? Is there
Holy
some
water.
can do?
Only Nymph can do that, I think, if she's.
She could create it if she has the spell.
I'd say she does have holy water, and she tips it on the skull of Urolathus, and that's
Yep.
the story of Urolathus.
Oh.
Okay,
Is there a staff that falls to the ground?
there is.
Oh.
There is a staff of power.
Oh no, Valen's dead. Oh. Oh no. Like, don't come and check her. I just checked her, guys, and she's definitely dead. She is so dead. Just.
Who's got big trousers they can hide it under?
Oh, we have a bag of Oh no, that was in my imagination. That's right.
We have a bag of holding.
We do have back on.
It goes there. Okay, so somebody heal her up, and then we all pretend to search for ages. But no need to heal her up because she's dead. I just checked her pulse. She's like gone. Like way gone.
Are we
Well,
waiting
actually,
it?
interestingly, she is gone.
Aye.
Yep. Well, there was
On their
lots
way.
of area of effects damaging spells.
Oh.
So she's
Yep.
dead.
Oh.
Do you feel a bit guilty about that?
Yep.
I thought you said you were going to heal her.
That skull dude was gonna kill us all if I didn't do stuff, and she's only got a pop gun. So, well done us.
I'm
Hey.
presuming Nymph is
Well,
giving
that's all
that
she wrote then.
the laser rifle to Tarvin.
Sure. Let's try and wrap this up. So we'll try and fast forward a little bit. You do find one interesting scroll, which is this one. Oh, that doesn't say what it is. Here we go. Check out that for a scroll.
Ooh.
What's a Terrask?
It's like one of the most bloody monsters ever. It's like, yeah, world ending.
Oh right.
Like,
I once conducted an adventure where the players unwittingly entered the mouth of a dead and decaying one, and the entire adventure was navigating the internal organs of this creature before they finally figured out that they were inside a carcass.
Wow.
it's yeah.
Yeah,
destroy
I'll
the
show you
world.
what the stats for the Tarrasque, because it's just insane.
Mhm.
Check that out.
Huh.
Oh, no, does it show?
Yeah.
Does it show? So, oh, I've got to choose one more thing. We all players. There we go. Should be able to see its stats now. If you go to
we can't get hold of Sharon. Oh, hang on.
if you go to its bio page, you'll see how nuts it is. Oh, sorry, no, just a character sheet.
Mm. Is it still loading for you, Sweet?
Yes,
Me
huh?
too.
That's being a little slow, but it'll come up. All right. So anyway, Trask is his challenge rating is 30. Gets like 5 attacks per round. It's just nuts. So what do you guys do as we wrap this up? Velen has plans, but she is dead. So the
We need to
question, the
heal each
remaining
other up.
question is, do you wish to take the staff and mash it against the obelisk, or use the mithalar? Or both?
Mithalar.
Because then I got a stuff of power. I give it to you guys, but I'm the only one who can use it. And I got a stuff of power.
Oh, yeah, staff of power is pretty amazing. Okay,
We'll
so you
need to
head
heal up
down
before
there.
we see a real. up a bit.
No, you don't see a real.
No, to heal up a bit.
Oh, to heal. So you said a real.
Mhm.
Yeah, sure. Well, feel free to heal up. I just want to find this one thing. Oh, it's so hard to find. Is that it? No. Okay, so you guys head down to the Mythalar, and now Nymphadora can use the spell to control weather. And it takes a little while, but eventually the end of the ice Windale curse is done. And there's a resurgence of life as the snow finally begins to melt. So well done, you've officially ended the curse of the rime of the Frost Maiden. Now what do you do with the staff?
My stuff.
Yeah, like do you break it against the obelisk? Or you just hold on
No,
to
I'm
it?
throwing away the stuff of. She's got this other really dumb stuff, and she's gonna attune herself to this one.
Okay, very good. And then you can just leave the whole complex. It's easy enough to do. You're not going to do the obelisk thing.
Right,
If we
that's
go, we can't.
I've seen Back to the Future. That's not going to work out well.
Yeah.
Unless we can find a book or something else in there that can tell us how to control how far we take it back.
Nope.
Well,
No.
but Ariel
It's broken anyway, isn't it?
couldn't, and we've
No,
only
it's
got
true.
a brain in a jar and an armored suit that's thinking that that's a good idea. I'm thinking he didn't seem very trustworthy.
Oh, and we put holy water on Arielathus' head, and we can take it out with us to show anybody in the place that we killed him
Sure.
till he was dead. So leave us alone, unless you want to be like him.
Cool.
Okay, so I'll tell you what would happen if you did use the staff, because that'll be fun. So, for a start, it triggers its retributive power. So you'd all be making retributive strike. Yeah, lots of damage. Might have actually killed some of you. And it would have put you back... and you go back like hundreds of years into the past. So if you'd done that before, the winter would have continued, but it doesn't continue. And I think the only question I have for you now is Dorge. Now that you've saved the Icewind Dales, now that you've defeated Irolathus and Oriel and all sorts of things, what does Dorge do with the rest of his life?
George goes back to dragon hunting. He's heard about Scar dying and really wants to hunt down that big dragon with the rider on his back.
Avienturas.
Avian Churros. So he spends a lot of time around where the shipwreck was. He just sort of wanders around hunting dragons.
I want to say it takes you a while, but eventually you take out the mighty Avienturas. So that'll be your story. And after you kill Avienturas, what do you do?
Returns back to the tribe.
Turns back to the tribe. Nice. Whimsy. What's Whimsy's story?
She's got a staff of power, and she's gonna try and use it to get back to the lands where she came from, of Eberron.
Okay. It takes you a while, takes you a couple of years of research and working it out, but eventually you find your way back home. And what does she do once she gets back home to Eberron?
She's going to seek out her folks and get back to the. She doesn't want to go anywhere near the university where she cast the spell that screwed everything up for her.
Mm-hmm.
But she doesn't want to. And she probably spends a lot of time, if she's managed to keep the portal open between traveling in between Forgotten Realms and Eberron, just catching up with her old friends and seeing if Dorje ever got that dragon.
Nice. Well, you do learn that Dorje did get that dragon. What about Tarvin?
Tracking
Tarvin, one of the OGs.
Yeah. Tarvin's decided that his home is no longer with his tribe, and he's just going to keep wandering. He might venture south and look for others in need and adventure.
Oh, nice. So just going around and helping people and being a really good guy.
Yeah, but not necessarily trusting anyone at the same time.
By the way, when you leave Yithrin, those flaws fade away. So you start trusting people again, Tarvin.
never really trusted anyone.
Well, you're back to your previous level of trust, whatever that was.
Yeah, he'll stay on the fringes of society for sure.
Awesome. And finally, Garrett. The widower Garrett.
Well, I have. So, one, I need to go back to Targos and help restore the villages and get trade going again, and a better, fairer society for the 10 towns.
Mm-hmm.
But after that is set back up and I can pass the reins on, I have a quest to go and deal with Thurwell Van Thumper. I believe I owe him a revenge. So I'm going to seek out to bounty hunt and track him down and kill him for killing Keegan.
Oh, the Van Thamperers. Okay, it takes you all the way to Baldur's Gate. Yeah, you eventually manage to hunt him down and kill him. He's very elusive. He's very well connected, very well protected. But you do eventually kill the Van Thamper. I forget his first name.
Oh,
but
Whimsy
yeah.
would have helped you with that if you wanted.
So after seeking your revenge on the Van Thamperers, what does Garrett do?
Oh, he's going to retire to Targos and go back to his scrimshaw
Oh, back to the...
and telling his not that he doesn't have, but I would imagine Merrykith, who I doubt that I would adopt from the House of the Morning Lord, raise him up and tell him the stories of the
Nice. I don't know if I ever showed you, but this is what Thirstwell Van Tamper looks like. Did I ever show you the art for him?
He showed you this.
Oh, I never saw it.
Yeah.
Just in roll 20 there.
Oh yes, we saw him. Yeah.
Looks familiar. Cool. All right, gentlemen. So a lot of death along the way. As I said, we lost most people, but eventually managed to get there. So well done. So next week, officially, we will be starting on Odyssey of the Dragonlords, and I'm really looking forward to that one. But we'll see you next week, and I'll send out the word to Vinny, and Leah was keen to play again. As I said, it's a session 0, so if you haven't come up with a character, don't worry about it. We'll be just doing absolutely everything we need to do. Like I'll be at least working through with Leah to show her, she's still a little fuzzy on the rules. So feel free to do nothing between then, but if you want to play around with the characters' ideas, please do. Other than that, we'll see you guys next week.
Cool.
All right.
Sweet, bro.
Yeah, thank you very much.
See you guys.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well done. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sales.